today.
Hockey season is back. And so are the deals at Boston Pizza. Cheer on your team while ordering off their game day menu, or come in and see what great promotions they have going on. At Boston Pizza, they always have something craveable for you to enjoy. Boston Pizza, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers. Cheers to a great hockey season.
Hey, Edmonton. Big moves need big talent, and AMJ is your go-to partner. For all local residential and commercial relocations, AMJ delivers a smooth, stress-free experience. AMJ, your team for every move. Contact your local branch today.
This is the Game File on the Oilers Radio Network.
Whatever presents itself. You don't want things going on too long. And, I've seen a lot of coaches kick the team in the butt, and there's been no response. I guess it depends on how you classify what a kick in the butt is. Is it, with an individual player? Is it having a talk, or is it singling him out and forcing them to play better through ridicule? Or every coach has their strategies. Every player responds different to different strategies, and we played a bad game, and we have to obviously turn the page, but we also have to learn from it, and how we get to learn from it. How we get the best out of the team and individual players. There's not one rule for it. There's not just one single way. So, we're hopefully getting better.
They're going to need to be a lot better. That was a poor performance Wednesday night against the Winnipeg Jets. Welcome, everybody. Bob Stauffer joining you, along with Cam Moon, Jack Michaels, Rob Brown, Brent Griffiths, Brendan Escott, all part of the Oilers Radio Network. We're in the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Legacy Heating and Cooling. Home and no payment, no interest for a year. Rogers Game Night. Rogers, proud partner and fan of the Edmonton Oilers. We will tell you that tonight's Oilers 50-50 presented by Rogers is back. Tonight's early bird prizes are a Ford Maverick and an Alberta beef meat package. Get your tickets now tonight at EdmontonOilers.com/5050 for a chance to win. The jackpot is currently at $876,000. We're going to go to the Play Alberta line of the game. The line combinations for PlayAlberta.ca, an official gaming partner of the Edmonton Oilers. So Chris Knobloch is going to come back with the same lines that he started the game against Winnipeg the other night. Connor McDavid with Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and Zach Hyman. McDavid in his career has 30 points in 20 career games against the Blackhawks. Leon Draisaitl has 16 goals, 36 points in 24 games against Chicago. He'll be with Jeff Skinner and Victor Arvidsson. Jeff Skinner's got to get going here. And I know we're only 2 games into the regular season, but he's looking to make an impact. Adam Henrique with Matthias Janmark and Connor Brown. They were Edmonton's best line against Winnipeg on Wednesday night. Derek Ryan with Vasily Podkolzin, who had 4 hits against the Jets, and Corey Perry. On defense, Matthias Ekholm and Evan Bouchard. Bouchard played 25-04 against Winnipeg Wednesday. Darnell Nurse is 4th in the NHL in even strength goals for defensemen since the start of the 2021 season. That said, he hasn't been the same D-man for about 8 months dating back to last season. Tonight, he'll be paired with Travis Dermott. Brett Kulak with Ty Emerson, and it'll be Kelvin Pickard starting in goal. Pickard, his career against Chicago is 3-4 at 2.80 goals against average and a .921 save percentage. The Blackhawks numbers were, they weren't very good last year. They finished 31st in the league. They had 23 wins in the regular season. 32nd, dead last in goals scored, 2.17 per game. 29th in goals against, at 3.52 goals against per game. Their power play was 29th, and their PK was 27th. But they've added significant veterans to their squad. They've got, if you include Laurent Brossoit and Craig Smith on their active roster, and Brossoit out right now with IR, but 13 30-year-olds, including Taylor Hall, looking to bounce back. He missed significant time last year with a knee injury. He'll be Philip Kurashev and Tyler Bertuzzi, who signed a 4-year deal, $5.5 million per. Connor Bedard, of course, won the Calder Trophy last year, 61 points in 61 games, despite going minus 44. He'll be with Nick Foligno and Teuvo Teravainen. He's got good career numbers against Edmonton. He's terrifying, 20 points in 18 games. Dickinson with Mikheyev and Joey Anderson. It'll be Donato with Pat Maroon and Andreas Athanasiou. Maroon, Donato, and Athanasiou all playing for a contract. They signed Alec Martinez, a one-year deal, $4 million. He's paired with Seth Jones. Jones minus 91 in 4 years in Chicago. Alex Vlasic, a very subtle, underrated defenseman for the Hawks, just signed a 6-year extension at $4.6 million. They'll be if TJ Brody came over from the Leafs on a 2-year deal at $3.75. Wyatt Kaiser with Connor Murphy. Peter Mrazek starts in goal. They started Soderblom last night. We go into the injury report. It is presented by MIC, proud partner, official medical imaging provider to the Edmonton Oilers. Laurent Brossoit out, knee injury. He's on IR for the Hawks. Of course, Evander Kane out 5 to 6 months with a core injury. 11 minutes to face off. This is Rogers Game Night on the Oilers Radio Network.
Chemco is building industry across Canada, and now they're on the lookout for civil and electrical project managers, estimators, and superintendents to join their dedicated team. Why Chemco? Because Chemco cares. They put people first, offering top-tier compensation packages and an unwavering commitment to safety. At Chemco, safety isn't just a priority, it's everybody's business. Ready to be part of a team that truly values you? Visit chemco.com/careers today.
Celebrating 70 years in the signage industry, William Huff Advertising is the most recognized name in the game. An in-house, one-stop shop for all of your design, print, and installation needs. William Huff provides quality graphic solutions for everyone. Here in our City of Champions and throughout the nation, they are the preferred signage partner entrusted by many of the biggest corporations, pro sports teams, and organizations to bring their identity to life. Recognize the name, get in the game. WilliamHuff.com.
You're listening to Rogers Game Night on the official voice of the Edmonton Oilers, 880 CHAD, and on the Oilers Radio Network.
Urgency is probably a good word for it because, as a group, as a team, we saw last year, the hole that we had to dig ourselves out of when we weren't dialed in for the first month. You don't have... for us, we had to put together an 8-game win streak and then a 16-game win streak to put ourselves in the driver's seat, and that was a lot of work. And the position that we're in right now, and after the season that we just had, to get into the playoffs is going to be just as hard no matter how you start the season. So, there is an urgency in this group. I think, obviously, we have patience. We believe each other. I think, our character in this room and how we're able to battle through things can't really be questioned after what we've done over the last few years. But with all that said, I think, for us, we know we need to play at a higher level, and there's a higher standard that we got to get to.
Darnell Nurse of the Edmonton Oilers. Let's go to local ties for Sobeys and Safeway. Liquor, wine, spirits, beer, and so much more. Taylor Hall spent 6 seasons in Edmonton. He's in the UFA at the end of the season. All right, out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Pizza 73, the official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. Dylan Gunther, the former Edmonton Oil King, has scored his 5th goal of the season, tied at 5 in OT, Utah and the Rangers. Dallas leads the Islanders 2-0. That's in the third. The Kraken tied 2-2 with the Wild. That is going to the third. Blue Jackets up 2-1 over Colorado after one. Postponed today, the Hurricanes in Tampa Bay. Later tonight, Calgary hosts the Flyers. The Flyers here on Tuesday. The Flames here tomorrow. Anaheim is in San Jose. Matinee game today saw Boston win 2-1 in overtime over the LA Kings. Sabres beat the Panthers by a score of 5-2. That was a big win for them. Maple Leafs double up the Penguins 4-2. Canadiens over Ottawa 4-1. New Jersey beats the Capitals 5-3. And the Red Wings shut out Nashville 3-0. Last night, Bakersfield Condors get a 2-1 victory over last year's Western Conference champion of the American Hockey League, Coachella Valley. Final score 2-1. Strong performance from Noah Philp in that game. And today at Rogers Place earlier at 2 o'clock, the Edmonton Oil Kings beat the Calgary Hitmen by a score of 5-1. Alberta Blue Cross Travel Insurance, goal of the game, health, dental, travel. We've got the coverage you need. Visit ab.bluecross.ca. Stay tuned for that. When we come back, Rob Brown with the forward keys to the game, and we'll hear from Connor McDavid.
Hey, Paul Brandt here. As a musician, I'm drawn to the sounds of this great province. Whether it's the wind blowing down the Rockies, the rustling of grass across the prairie, or the sweet sound of a Ford Super Duty, it's all music to my ears. Speaking of Super Duty, with heavy-duty performance that's built for getting the job done right, it's no wonder this truck has Albertans singing its praises. The 2024 Ford Super Duty is available now at your Alberta Ford dealer. Just head on in today and tell them PV sent you.
Over the last decade, the world of work has changed dramatically. It's a change that can cause a disconnect between a company and its employees. But a partnership with Aon can help by making decisions that create a more flexible, engaged, and resilient workforce. Aon's experience and expertise, global understanding, and advanced analytics ensure that every client is better informed and better advised so that they can make better decisions. Whatever the next decade brings, Aon is in the business of better decisions.
This is Rogers Game Night on the Oilers Radio Network.
Yeah, I think there was just big mistakes. The mistakes that we made were big mistakes, and they led to grade A chances. Not to say that there was an insane amount of them. There was just the ones that were just the big one.
That's Connor McDavid. Oilers need to get her going. Let's bring aboard inside the game analyst Rob Brown. Rob, just an awful opening result for Edmonton, 6-0 at home against Winnipeg. Give me your thoughts on what needs to happen tonight for the Oilers.
Well, there was a lack of urgency and a lack of energy against the Winnipeg Jets. The Oilers had a fairly lethargic preseason, and they kept saying, don't worry, we'll be ready for the opening night, and they weren't. It's not a switch that you can switch on to become a great team. This league is too hard. There's too many good teams in this league. Every team has game breakers, and every team has a goalie that can steal a game. And if you don't bring your A game, you can get beaten. On game one against the Winnipeg Jets, it was a very good club they played, and the Oilers brought a C-level effort, and that's not going to get it done against a good team like the Winnipeg Jets.
All right, let's go to Ford Keys to the game, brought to you by Ford, the official partner of the Edmonton Oilers.
The Oilers got to push the pace. They didn't against the Jets. I think they played slow. And the Chicago Blackhawks are going to work hard. They've got some good character players on this team. They're not top heavy with skill. They got Connor Bedard, then after that it's a big drop off. The Edmonton Oilers push the pace of this hockey game, roll four lines, challenge the defense of the Chicago Blackhawks.
Rob, I got to say this right now. I'm concerned. People need to realize this is not last year's Edmonton's playoff team.
No.
And I think it's going to change by the end of the year. There's going to be at least one D added and possibly two forwards. Maybe one internal.
Well, right from the beginning, you asked me a question. Is this team as good as the team that finished the season? And I said, no, they're not. Not right now. But it's still a team that should be much better than they were on opening night. And it's a team that should beat the Chicago Blackhawks. But it's not a team that can walk out there on the ice and will win just because of their talent. There's other teams out there that are talented. The Blackhawks' work ethic was fantastic. In Winnipeg last night, the Edmonton Oilers are going to have to push the pace, and they're going to have to match the Blackhawks' work ethic. Blackhawks do have a couple guys that can put the puck in the net, so the Oilers got to be ready tonight.
Great stuff. That's our Inside the Game analyst, Rob Brown, with the Ford Keys to the game. Ford is the official partner of the Edmonton Oilers. Built Ford proud. Cam Moon is ready to go. The Chicago Blackhawks, the first of two back-to-back games here in the weekend. Calgary in here tomorrow night. Edmonton and Chicago when we return on Ford Oilers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
At Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, they recommend pairing locally distilled spirits and their ice-cold beer selection with... And Oilers win! Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, proud partners and fans of the Edmonton Oilers. Please enjoy responsibly.
From your home to the ice rink, ATCO Energy is there. As the official energy provider of Rogers Place, we're also proud partners of the Edmonton Oilers. ATCO Energy, powering your place. Customers are free to purchase natural gas services or electricity services from a retailer of their choice. For a list of retailers, visit ucahelps.alberta.ca or call 310-4822.
It's game on at City Ford. With an all-star lineup of 2024 Ford favorites, save up to $5,000 on escapes,
Up to $6,000 on Bronco Sports.
and up to $16,000 on F-150s.
Plus, find 0% financing options available on all 3 vehicles.
Score an all-star deal today and spin and win an iPad, Oilers merch, Costco card, even a trip to Vegas.
Visit City Ford on the St. Albert Trail.
Experience the exciting casino action at 3 Century Casino locations, Edmonton, St. Albert, and Century Mile. Dine at one of their amazing restaurants featuring daily specials. Take in the ultimate game day experience at the Century Sports Bar and Lounge. Check out the best in live entertainment at any amazing location. Plus, enjoy a great selection of casino gaming options and off-track betting. Feel the thrill of live horse racing at Century Mile Racetrack. Don't miss a second of the action at Century Casino. Come for the action. Stay for the fun.
At Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, they recommend pairing locally distilled spirits and their ice-cold beer selection with... And Oilers win! Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, proud partners and fans of the Edmonton Oilers. Please enjoy responsibly.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
This is OilCountry. Now, with the call of tonight's exclusive NHL broadcast, Bob Stauffer and Cam Moon on the Oilers Radio Network.
The Edmonton Oilers host the Chicago Blackhawks. Good evening, Cam Moon, along with Bob Stauffer. We have got Bryn Griffiths, Rob Brown, Brendan Escott, Jack Michaels. We are the Oilers Radio Network. Go to our starting lineup. Brought to you by Coventry Homes. Flexibility within reach. Get back in the game with customizable designs by Coventry Homes, the official builder of the Edmonton Oilers. For the Oilers up front, it'll be Leon Draisaitl with Vasily Podkolzin and Derek Ryan. On defense, Matthias Ekholm and Evan Bouchard. Calvin Pickard starts in net. For Chicago, Connor Bedard with Nick Foligno and Teuvo Teravainen. On defense, Alec Martinez and Seth Jones. Peter Mrazek starts in goal. The referees, Eric Furlat and Mitch Dunning, Ryan Gibbons, and Travis Toomey. They're on the lines. We drop the puck. We're underway here at Rogers Place. The Oilers and the Blackhawks. Puck goes into the Chicago zone. Off the left wing board, sent to the blue line where Bouchard will keep it into Draisaitl. Rolls it in behind the net, comes around to the left, Podkolzin off the left wing boards to the blue line. Bouchard to Ekholm, right wing for Draisaitl. He'll go cross through the middle, and Bedard, or make that Teravainen, was able to get it out left wing to Foligno, and he'll dump it into the Oilers zone. Teravainen after it in the right corner. Trying to poke it low to Bedard. Instead, it goes back to the blue line. Jones mishandles it, and it went back in. That's offside against Chicago. We're 36 seconds gone here in a scoreless first period.
Brendan Escott pointing out Zane Ryan was on the ice as the Scotiabank kid.
Oh, nice.
So that's Derek Ryan instead. And we were thought, Jesus, they changed the lines here on us and we didn't know about it, or what's going on? So Leon started.
Although we expect him to be playing with Jeff Skinner and Victor Arvids. Puck dumped into the Blackhawks zone, and Vlasic goes back forward. He's got Hyman right on him, and it's rimmed up the right wing. Anderson's able to chop it off the right wing boards and able to get it out. Now to TJ Brody. He'll bring it into the Oiler end. Now on the right wing. Right side, Mikheyev dumped it in behind the net, into the skates of Jason Dickinson. Nugent Hopkins will dig it loose, and we'll go up the right wing to the blue line. We'll get it out. Takes a bump, puck along the right wing boards, and just shoddy into the Chicago end. Brody, side his own zone for Chicago, now to Vlasic. We're scoreless. We're here in the first. The Oilers taking on Chicago. Tomorrow, Calgary's in town. Back-to-back games for the Oilers here this weekend. Brought in by Draisaitl into the Blackhawks zone. Left wing corner. Along the left wing boards, Jeff Skinner got checked. Kurashev will get it up the right wing now to Bertuzzi. He'll get it out. Emberson will turn it up at his own blue line. Right wing to Arvidsson. One touches it. On the right side, Kulak will get into the right wing corner. Brett Kulak playing in game 500 of his NHL career. It's along the boards inside Chicago territory and up over the stick of Bertuzzi. It doesn't get out. Draisaitl down the left wing. Just missed Jeff Skinner with it. Bertuzzi in front of his net. Gets the stick lifted by Arvidsson. He's going to keep it in. Now to Draisaitl. Back to Arvidsson. He got dumped down. And Taylor Hall will bring it out for Chicago down the right wing. Into the Oiler end. Cuts to the middle. He'll shoot it. Save made by Pickard. And the rebound picked up and up the right wing. Bouchard will get it out to Draisaitl. Over the center ice line, he'll dump it in. Pickard stopped 5 of 6 in the last 28-52 of the opening season, or the home opener for Edmonton. That 6-0 loss against Winnipeg on Wednesday. Puck brought out. Athanasiou into the Oiler and pass across to Donato, and that is picked off by Ekholm. He'll get it up the right wing. Now on the right side, Janmark drives to the net, runs into Mrazek. Mrazek hasn't got up yet. The shot from the point doesn't get through. Now Mrazek gets up, and the puck cleared out. Donato into the Oiler end. Lost the puck, going the other way. Brown will shoot it towards the net. Mrazek had to go get his stick, and he scurries back just in time to make the save, and the puck cleared out. Dermott was in behind the Edmonton bench. We're scoreless here in the first, just over 3 minutes gone. Plays it down the left wing. It's icing against the Oilers, and Mrazek was a little upset that he got drilled into the net on that drive.
He got popped pretty good by Janmark, who can skate. You know, we both think, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but when you don't have McLeod and you don't have Holloway off last year's team in your bottom six, it's a different dimension. Not quite the same pace, but they do have Janmark and Brown who can scoot pretty good.
Face off to the right of Calvin Pickard. Last year, Pickard 12-7-1 in 23 appearances with the Oilers. 1-1 in the playoffs. Puck back to the left wing. Bedard up to the blue line. Cross ice off the stick. Teravainen. It goes in behind the Edmonton net. Dermott will poke it up the right wing. It hits Hyman's skate. Bedard's going to keep it in for Chicago. To Teravainen. Lost it. It goes down the right side. Foligno for Chicago. Back to the blue line to Jones. He'll shoot it. Save made by Pickard. The rebound goes right to Nurse. And Nurse on the right wing will find McDavid. Into the Chicago end. Cuts through the middle. Right wing to Hyman. The backhand just wide of the net. Mia got a piece of Mrazek.
What a chance for Zach Hyman.
Teravainen on the left. Can't get it out. Kept in by Emberson of the Oilers. Still scoreless here on the first. Just over 4 minutes gone. We're at Rogers Place. Edmonton hosting Chicago. Perry in behind the net with it for Edmonton. Goes over to the right side. Shoots towards the net. And is saved by Mrazek. He holds on to it.
Those were going in for Hyman last year. Of course, he had 54 goals. But McDavid created time and space, dragged 2 men across the middle of the ice and dropped it back short side after an excellent stretch pass from Darnell Nurse to open up the ice for Connor.
Face off to the left of Mrazek. 0-1 so far this year. Stopped 22 of 26. Now 5-2 loss at Utah. That was the season opener for Chicago. Puck flipped into the Oiler bench. And then a 2-1 overtime loss last night in Winnipeg for the Blackhawks. They'll continue the road trip Tuesday. They will be in Calgary.
Calgary here tomorrow.
Yes.
Flames playing the Flyers tonight. Philly in here on Tuesday.
Oil Kings at home at noon on Monday against Vancouver.
That's a noon start, eh?
Yeah, noon. I'm going to watch a lot of baseball after that. Puck gets dumped into the Chicago end right wing. Kaiser up the right side to Bertuzzi. His pass on the left for Hall. Too far for him. Goes into the Oiler end. Pickard gets the puck up to the right side. Top of the circle, Bertuzzi keeping it in for Chicago. Now Perry through the middle, a bouncing puck. Derek Ryan on the left, gave it to Podkolzin. He'll dump it in. Mrazek set it. Kaiser, the left wing to Hall. Now to Kurashev at center ice, finds Bertuzzi on the right wing. Just in over the blue line to Kurashev on the right side. Bumps it in behind the net. Pickard to Ekholm, got it up to the point, kept in by Brody. Goes off of Jeff Skinner. Now he'll get control behind his own goal for Matthias Ekholm. Has room up the middle. Flies it up the left side where he finds Draisaitl in over the line. Draisaitl waiting. The pass to Jeff Skinner to the blue line. Ekholm, he'll shoot it. Save made by Mrazek. The puck goes to the end boards. Arvidsson got it back to the left wing point. Ekholm over to Bouchard on the right. Trying to go through the middle. Hit Athanasiou. It'll go to Draisaitl. His shot sails wide of the net. Goes to the left wing corner. Ekholm in from the blue line. It's up against the boards. Brody over to Vlasic. Vlasic back to Brody. Missed him with the pass. Draisaitl will keep it in. We're scoreless here in the first. Just about 6 minutes gone here in the opening period. Bouchard in from the right wing point. Puck goes to the corner. Vlasic will flip it. Won't get it out. Draisaitl across. The one-timer rip just wide of the net. As it was hammered by Arvidsson, it'll go all the way down the ice.
But those two have a little bit of chemistry. Leon and Victor Arvidsson. Still looking for something to develop between Skinner and Leon.
Connor Brown to center for Edmonton. Off the left wing boards and in. Goes in behind the net. It's rimmed around by Martinez. It comes out. Nurse on the left to Dermott. He's going to get hit by Dickinson. Adam Henry, cross ice to Janmark. Comes in on the right wing. Now to Connor Brown. Brown to the middle. Dermott will shoot it. Save made by Mrazek. And the rebound up to the top of the circle. It's bouncing around. Kept in by Henrique. Over to the right wing for Connor Brown. Brown to Nurse off the right side. Goes to the corner. Centering pass off of the netminder Mrazek. Anderson behind his net for Jones. Henrique gets in front of him. Takes it away to the middle. Here's Nurse. His shot. And that one blocked in front of the net. And up the left side, it's Dickinson to get it out.
Oilers have had some chances here.
Up the right wing. Off of McDavid. It goes deep into the Chicago zone. Vlasic over to Bedard. Connor Bedard spins on the right wing. Over to Vlasic. He'll get to center ice. Dump it into the Oilers zone. Pickard got it around the right wing boards. Foligno. Teravainen missed it. It goes in behind the Edmonton net. Bouchard up the left side off a stick. It rockets into the Chicago bench. And we get the whistle. We're going to take a break. We played 7 minutes, 33 seconds of a scoreless first period as the Oilers host Chicago here at Rogers Place. This is For Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Today you can score at A&W. Enjoy a juicy grass-fed beef mama burger and fries for only $5. Available in-store or on the A&W mobile app at participating locations in OilCountry. This fantastic deal is available all day today at A&W.
Blue-collar work deserves big dollar perks. Get a heavy wallet with Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals. Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals is hiring heavy equipment technicians, maintenance supervisors, PM servicemen, maintenance coordinators, and pretty much every other position that makes Alberta go. We help move the earth that makes Alberta grow. So why not work for a company that makes your bank account grow too? Visit heavymetalequipment.ca to find your new career. Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals, helping you move the earth.
Our people, our team. It's what business owners almost always say is their most important resource. But strong businesses don't just find great people. They make sure their teams stay healthy, engaged, and performing at their best. A benefits plan from Alberta Blue Cross is more than just drug and dental. They support the whole person with flexible coverage levels that fit the size and circumstance of your business. Find a plan that gets results at ab.bluecross.ca.
Today you can score at A&W. Enjoy a juicy grass-fed beef mama burger and fries for only $5. Available in-store or on the A&W mobile app at participating locations in OilCountry. This fantastic deal is available all day today at A&W.
All games, all season. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Cam Moon and Bob Stauffer. We're here at Rogers Place. Oilers and the Blackhawks scoreless. 7:33 gone in the first period. Tonight's Oilers 50-50 is presented by Rogers. It's in support of Every Kid Deserves a Shot, shaping the future of kids across OilCountry through the transformative power of hockey. Total jackpot right now, over $910,000. Puck shot into the Chicago zone. Bedard, right corner to Jones. Rims on the right. Teravainen couldn't get it out. It's chopped through the middle and skating onto it. Bedard in over the line. Little move over to the back and got knocked down. Gets it across the shot, and that somehow stays out. May have got a piece of Pickard, or it hit the bar.
They might be looking at this. I thought it went inside post.
Puck to the middle. Foligno will shoot it, and that's stick save made by Pickard. Now bounced towards the Edmonton net. Swatted out of the air by Bouchard. Bedard goes in behind the goal to the left wing point. Vlasic. Left side to Bedard. Across. The one-timer. Great save by Pickard coming across off of Teravainen, and he holds onto it. Teravainen with a one-timer off the right wing. Good stop made by Calvin Pickard. That just went off the crossbar.
Oilers lucky.
Yeah. Bedard with the little spinorama, and he got knocked down by Bouchard.
The Oilers had two players let that puck evade them and go right back in front. And Pickard got bailed out by the bar.
Yeah. And then made a very good stop off of Teravainen. Face off to the left of Pickard. Scoreless here in the first. Kulak. Stony Plain product up the right wing. Game 500 for Brett Kulak. Down the right wing and over the line to Skinner. Right wing corner to Draisaitl. To the middle. The one-timer by Arvidsson, just wide of the net. Put towards the goal and gloved by Mrazek. He'll hold on to that. There'll be a face-off in the Chicago end.
I don't know what game number it was for Brett Kulak back in 2015, but there was a play in which Connor McDavid, as a rookie, went one-on-one with him and walked about three guys, and he was the last man standing. And McDavid, in a game in which Connor already had 2 goals in that game, very unlucky not to have scored. Taylor Hall was with Edmonton at that time.
Hall gets that off the boards and out. Draisaitl into his own end. To the middle of Arvidsson. One touches to Kulak. Now to Draisaitl. Draisaitl up to center ice. Right wing to Arvidsson. They get the puck into the Chicago zone. Draisaitl across to the middle. The one-time shot saved by Mrazek off of Emberson. He's able to step into that. His cross-ice pass, though, is knocked down by Bertuzzi, and he'll get it out on the right wing. Give it to Kurashev. He'll dump it to the right wing corner of the Oiler end. 10:49 to go here. Scoreless first. Oilers hosting Chicago. Puck cleared out. Kaiser with it at center ice for the Blackhawks. Cross to Murphy. And to Kaiser, the left wing, directed in by Maroon. Dermott to Kulak. Into the middle of Derek Ryan. Comes out through center. Dishes on the left to Perry. Into the Chicago zone. Across puck. Goals in front to Ryan. And the pad save made by Mrazek. And the puck cleared out by Murphy. Good looking play for Perry, Ryan, and Podkolzin. But Mrazek keeps it out. Puck rimmed up the right wing. Anderson will clear for Chicago.
Oilers have had 2 great opportunities in this game. And Mrazek's been terrific. Hyman couldn't quite finish one, and that time, what a chance for Derek Ryan.
Nurse with it in behind the Oiler net. 7-3 are the shots in favor of Edmonton, but the game's still waiting for its first goal. Puck sent off the right wing boards. It comes out. Martinez to Jones through the middle. Directed in by Anderson. Now Dickinson to the left wing corner for Chicago. Goes in behind the net. It's on the end boards. Taken away by Nurse. Up the right wing. We're able to flip it up, down the ice, flying after it. Janmark, they'll call that icing. Crowd doesn't agree.
I agree with the crowd.
Yeah, they might have a point.
But the Oilers blew a stationary breakout. Before that, what a chance.
That was a 3-on-3 that out of that chance.
Perfectly executed. Put Colson to Perry. Put Colson to Ryan.
What started as a 3-on-3 at the Chicago blue line resulted in Derek Ryan all alone. Puck back to the point. Jones will blast it high and wide at the Edmonton net. Puck along the boards inside the right wing corner into the skates with Teravainen. Now it's around and on the right wing for Edmonton, Travis Dermott. Back to Nurse. All the way out to center ice, but it goes to Seth Jones. Give it to Bedard, and that's offside at the Edmonton blue line. 9:03 to go here in a scoreless first period as the Oilers host Chicago. We'll be right back from Rogers Place. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
As a farmer, you can't afford to take any more risks than you already do. That's why you choose Invigor Hybrid Canola from BASF. It's not just the patented pod shatter reduction and club root resistant hybrids. It's the performance you trust to deliver year after year. This season, we're adding 3 new early maturing hybrids that are designed for your fields. So get ready to test the limits of your bins. See your retailer today and find out why Invigor has the top 3 hybrids in Alberta.
Proudly headquartered in oil country, Capital Power is delivering reliable and affordable power today while building clean power systems for tomorrow, creating the balanced energy solutions communities across Alberta and North America can depend on. Visit capitalpower.com to learn how they are powering change by changing power. Be part of their energy and join Capital Power as we all cheer on our Edmonton Oilers on their quest to win it all.
Hey, Paul Brandt here. You know what I'm a fan of? Alberta. The wide open spaces, the highways and byways, and a rugged, beautiful terrain that I'm proud to call home. Maybe that's why I'm also a fan of my Ford F-150. It's tough, capable, and smart, which makes it a natural fit for roads like these. So if it's a new truck you're looking for, look no further than the truck Albertans love to drive, F-150. Head into your Alberta Ford dealer and tell them PB sent you.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Cam Moon and Bob Stauffer. We are here in the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Legacy Heating and Cooling. Home and no payments, no interest for 1 year. 9:03 to go in a scoreless first.
Lots of chances for Edmonton, just can't finish. And some solid goaltending for Peter Mrazek.
It's been very good. Mrazek 3-6-0 in his career against the Edmonton Oilers. Through the middle, Teravainen directs it in. Bouchard on the end boards. Ties up with Foligno. Teravainen and McDavid are in there as well. Puck comes right out through the slot to the blue line where it's kept in by Jones. Teravainen will shoot it. Bad save made by Pickard, turned up by McDavid. He'll give it to Hyman. In over the Chicago line. Trying to get it to Nugent Hopkins. Got spun around by Vlasic. Puck goes to the corner. Nugent Hopkins on the end boards. To the left wing corner is Nugent Hopkins. To the blue line for Ekholm. Now to Bouchard on the right wing point. Right wing boards to McDavid. He'll walk out to the middle. The shot just wide on the glove side of Mrazek. And the puck near the blue line. And it's Foligno to get it out through the middle. Flip it into the Oilers' end. Bouchard, right wing to McDavid. Gathers speed at center. Comes into the Chicago zone. Down the right side. Will put it on net. Pad save made by Mrazek. Arvidsson brings it up top of the circle. Cycles the puck to Jeff Skinner. Back to the right wing point. Emberson kept it in for Edmonton. To Kulak. Couldn't get that through to Skinner. Bertuzzi will bring it out for Chicago at center ice. He'll dump it into the right corner. 7:40 to go here. Scoreless first. Bertuzzi in on the forecheck. Skinner gets the puck for the Oilers. Cross ice pass. That glance off a skate. Stays in. Kurashev will walk in across. The shot and the save by Pickard sliding across. Taylor Hall had the one-timer off the right wing. Didn't get all of it, but Pickard made the save and held on.
Connor McDavid leading the rush up the ice. A 1-on-4 job and hot pass his former roommate, Taylor Hall. Martinez angled him off. They brought in Martinez and TJ Brody, 2 older veterans. And Kevin Korchinski's in the minors. Cam.
After playing the entire year in Chicago last year.
The Chicago Blackhawks have 8 first-round picks over a 3-year run. And only Connor Bedard is in the game tonight. They'll be pretty good in a couple years, but they got a lot of 30-year-olds and a couple of them on expiring deals. Korchinski will be in the NHL next season.
For sure.
For sure. Maybe at some point later this year.
Kaiser.
You know what's crazy? If they don't do the Doc deal, They have Bedard and Doc as their top two centers.
At center ice, Kurashev had to go by him. Nurse and get the puck in. Brown to the middle to Janmark. Off the stick, goes to the left wing corner. Henrique to the blue line. To Dermott across to Nurse. Back to Travis Dermott. On the left wing to Henrique. Centering pass. Looking for Janmark. Went off of the netminder Mrazek. It's behind the goal. Connor Brown. Centering pass. Hits a stick and it goes into the slot. And Donato will get it high in the air and out for Chicago. Stepping up on the play is Nurse into the Chicago zone right wing. Rims on the left. Vlasic's able to push it past Derek Ryan. It comes out. 6:35 to go here. Scoreless first. Oilers taking on Chicago. Side his own end is Emberson. Has to go high in the air and out. Bouncing puck into the Chicago zone. Maroon got it out to center. Just past Athanasiou. It goes into the Oiler end. So Kulak. Left wing to Podkolzin. He'll get it out to center ice. Brody will take it back into his own end and now give the puck away. Podkolzin to Perry. He'll put it on net and swatted aside by Mrazek. Trying to push it ahead to himself was Perry, and it went right to the netminder. Puck back to the left wing point. Shot from the point by Kulak. Tipped wide of the net. It's on the right wing. Podkolzin misses Emberson on the right side. It goes down the ice.
Good energy, though, from the Oilers. But no goals yet.
5:42 to go here in the first period. Emberson up the left wing to Nugent Hopkins. He'll bring it in. Put it in behind the goal. Gets rimmed on the left. Anderson's able to get it up the left side and out. Ekholm to Nugent Hopkins. Nugent Hopkins to Matthias Ekholm. Through the middle to McDavid. Into the Chicago end. On the left to Hyman. His shot. It bounces off the end boards. It hits Mrazek. Jones out from behind his net for the Blackhawks. Up the left side for Ilya Mikheyev. Now to Jones. Brings it in right wing. Shoots it off the arm of Pickard. Puck comes up the right wing. Right to McDavid. And lost it at the blue line. The whole thing goes offside. 5 minutes to go here. Scoreless first. The Oilers hosting the Blackhawks. We'll be right back from Rogers Place. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Looking for custom flags, banners, or canopy tents? Aurora Flags and Banners has a dedicated team to provide you with custom solutions and quality products. Aurora Flags has proudly serviced Canadian businesses and organizations for more than 30 years. Get a quote today at auroraflags.com.
MIC is a leader in medical imaging and the official medical imaging provider to the Edmonton Oilers. Make MIC your choice. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, the game doesn't stop for injury. MIC's sports medicine imaging specialists can help you get back in the game with a timely and expert diagnosis. Go where the pros go. For a location near you, visit mic.ca.
Tired of skyrocketing energy bills? Switch to clean, affordable power with Horizon Solar. Whether you want to cut costs, go green, or increase your home's value, Horizon Solar has you covered with tailored solar energy solutions. With current government incentives, there's never been a better time to make the switch. Own your power, control your bills, live sustainably. For your free assessment, call Horizon Solar today or visit horizonsolar.com to get started. Horizon Solar, where going green makes sense.
Looking for custom flags, banners, or canopy tents? Aurora Flags and Banners has a dedicated team to provide you with custom solutions and quality products. Aurora Flags has proudly serviced Canadian businesses and organizations for more than 30 years. Get a quote today at auroraflags.com.
All games, all season. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Here at Rogers Place, Oilers and the Chicago Blackhawks scoreless. We've got exactly 5 minutes to go here in the opening period. Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. Oilers with 9 shots on net. Chicago with 6. And the face-off outside the Chicago blue line. Draisaitl, Arvidsson, and Skinner out there with Dermott and Nurse. And it's Foligno, Teravainen, Bedard on the ice for Chicago with Jones and Vlasic as Arvidsson was able to one-hand the puck into the Chicago end. On the right wing, Draisaitl to the blue line. Shot by Dermott, right on net, and gloved by Mrazek. He'll hold on to that.
You saw the Oil Kings today, 5-1 victory. So we've had a game already played on this sheet today.
Yes.
Over your former team, the Red Deer Rebels. What'd you think?
I thought the Oil Kings looked very good. You can just see a year older, a year better. I think they're going to be very competitive in that division. Puck rolls in front of the goal. We'll go over to the boards, and on the left side, Arvidsson unable to hold it in, but the Oilers still have possession. Draisaitl cross ice to Arvidsson. That's just smacked away from him. Comes out to center ice. Bedard will dump it left wing corner. Draisaitl up the boards. Vlasic in from the blue line. Puck goes into the slot. Teravainen will shoot it. Save made by Pickard. Puck comes back. Teravainen on the left wing. His shot. Pickard the stop. Held on. Foligno was right in front of the net looking for a redirection.
Not liking this matchup for Edmonton. I wonder whether or not we see a flip of Nugent Hopkins and Skinner. Put Skinner with McDavid and Hyman, and then have Nugent Hopkins maybe help support Leon Draisaitl a bit. Clearly, Arvidsson has got a connectivity and a fit there.
Face off to the right of Pickard. Puck goes to Kaiser, left wing point. To the middle, to Hall. He'll shoot it, scores. The shot by Hall just bled through, went over to Kurashev, and Kurashev shoots it from a couple of feet out to put Chicago up 1-0.
Keep losing face-offs, and Chicago's a poor face-off team last year. But they've won a couple draws in the Oilers' O-zone, and there was a switch-off error, and it looked like Brown and Henrique didn't know who to go to who. And then a long-range bomber triple deflection on the play. Kurashev deflects it home, 1-0 for the Hawks.
Bertuzzi had his stick in there as well for Chicago, but I think it'll be Kurashev's goal. But yeah, that shot by Hall just kind of got through into the slot. Kurashev took a swat at it, and it's 1-0 for Chicago. 15:50 time of that goal to make it 1-0. Puck flipped into the Blackhawks zone. Hawks were up 1-0 on Winnipeg last night. Jets scored late and then scored in overtime to win it, both by Mark Scheifele. Here's Hall through the middle of Kurashev. Off his stick, goes right down to Pickard. He's going to cover that. And hold on with 3:39 to go here in the first period. Oilers still looking for their first goal of the season. They've had opportunity in this period. But Mrazek's made plenty of good saves. Kurashev from Hall and Kaiser at 15:50.
Thought that was a line that Edmonton needed to get to, but it was a line they need to get to with one of their top two offensive lines.
McDavid wins the draw. Ekholm up the left wing, but that hits Bedard, and the puck will stay in.
Why are you backing off?
Bedard goes cross ice to Teravainen, and he'll center that, and that's knocked away by the stick of Calvin Pickard. Left wing, Nugent Hopkins will get it out. Nugent Hopkins at 699 career points. He'll give it to Hyman, in over the line to McDavid, waiting, shooting off the outside of the net, went off the arm of Mrazek. The puck in behind the goal now. Another great chance for Edmonton. Puck cleared out off of Bouchard. Teravainen into the Oilers zone. Almost got it through to Bedard, but the puck cleared out. Hyman to Bouchard, the Edmonton blue line. Now to Ekholm, back to Evan Bouchard, cuts through the middle. Brings the puck in, will shoot it. Launches off a stick over the glass, out of play with 2:49 to go here in the first. Edmonton down 1-0 to Chicago.
I mean, the Oilers have had 4 grade A scoring chances in this game and haven't been able to finish. 2-on-1 there. And
just off the outside of the net.
Great look. Excellent setup from Hyman. McDavid made the right decision to shoot the puck. And Mrazek fought it off.
And Brody was sliding in front, kind of forced the shot to the outside.
There was no pass option.
Yeah, there was no pass option. And there was no option to shoot to the middle of the net either, or like to the far side because of Brody. It goes to the right corner. Up to the blue line. Perry trying to keep it in, but it's Mikheyev to get it out. To Joey Anderson off the left wing boards into the Oiler end. Derek Ryan.
Where's that going?
Around to Podkolzin, who gets there. Harris to Podkolzin, floats it to the middle. Dermott up the right wing to Corey Perry. Over center ice, he'll drill it in cross corner. Anderson will clear it out. Dermott on the right to Perry. Softly dump the puck in. Puck goes going to go after. He'll run into Seth Jones. And Maroon able to get it out for Chicago. Kulak's got to go wheel in behind his net. Draisaitl will pick it up. And it's Leon Draisaitl through center ice. Right through the middle. Gets into the Chicago end. Knocked off his stick. Murphy up the boards. Get it to the line and just out. Emberson for Edmonton. On the right wing will dump it in. Murphy around, can't get it out. Draisaitl kept it in only for a moment as Donato cleared it. Ooh, big hit right at the bench as Maroon and run into Kulak. Almost put him right into the Chicago bench. Kulak comes back into his own end, picks it up. Both teams making some changes here as Kulak gets to center and shoots it in. 1:20 to go here in the first. 1-0 Chicago leads on the goal by Philip Kurashev. Puck in behind the Chicago net. Draisaitl over to the right wing boards. Puck goes to Kurashev, though. He'll try Taylor Hall, right corner. He'll give it away to Draisaitl. Here's Draisaitl off the post! And the puck sent up near the blue line. How did that not go in the net?
Are they ever going to score this year?
Oh, Kurashev trying to get it out. If that doesn't go in, what will? Now maybe a 2-on-1 break. Kurashev into the Oilers zone down the right side, across to Bertuzzi. It was over his stick. Too much sauce on the pass, and the puck sent up to the left wing side, out over the blue line. 34 seconds to go in this first period, 1-0 Chicago.
I can't believe the chances Edmonton's had.
Unbelievable. Nugent Hopkins, get it out. Give it to Hyman. Cross ice to Nugent Hopkins. It goes into the Chicago zone. 18 seconds to go in the period. McDavid in on the forecheck. Puck rimmed. Bouchard in from the right point. Kept it in for the Oilers off the right wing boards. Now to McDavid. Back to the blue line to Bouchard. To McDavid. Left wing. Ekholm. Left wing corner. Centering pass off his stick. Goes to the left side again. Ekholm will shoot in. That just misses as the period comes to a close. 1-0 Chicago leads after 20 minutes of play. The Oilers have had plenty of opportunity. They just haven't been able to beat.
They can't buy a goal.
No, either Mrazek or the post in the case of Leon Draisaitl.
It's incredible.
not a recipe for success. The Oilers are better than they showed in the first 20 minutes.
Well, the other thing, too, and after all the criticism after the loss to the Winnipeg Jets, where they simply looked flat, they looked like a way more jump tonight, even though you're right, it's been a little sloppy of a first period, but I think if you're an Oilers fan, and maybe even Chris Knobloch, they're hoping that part of the game will tighten up, but at least they look like they've got more jump tonight.
More jump, more desperation in the game, more urgency. They started the game off with Leon out there with some fourth-line players, tried to create something that way. I mean, there was a wonderful shift by the Oilers' fourth line where Perry to Pakolzin to Ryan, and another fantastic save by Peter Mrazek, but that was tic-tac-toe from your fourth line. The fourth line was good in that period.
I don't recall seeing that, by the way, in the Winnipeg game at any point. It just there didn't seem to be. There might have been a lot of tick. There wasn't a lot of tack in that game.
Well, there wasn't any toe, as there hasn't been any here again tonight. But there were better chances. But again, execution is a little bit off. Now, part of it, maybe it's early in the season. Maybe it's the ice. They had the rodeo here. Connor McDavid came down on a partial break, and he lost control of the puck at the blue line, put himself offside. These are things you don't usually see. So the energy level was there, and I think that's a start, because this was not the same energy that the Oilers had against Winnipeg, a much better team than Chicago, but you need energy, you need urgency, you need desperation in your game, and I think the Oilers had more of that in the first 20 minutes.
The Chicago Blackhawks were credited with one missed shot. The Edmonton Oilers was 6. I'd suggested at least 5 of the 6 were great opportunities too.
Well, they were, and
like
wide open nets in front of the net. They searching for that the puck and just sliding through the wrong way. And there was 2 or 3 pucks that came in front of the net that normally, when you throw pucks in crowded areas in front of it, hit a skate, hit a shin pad, and sometimes it finds its way in the back of the net. It was doing the opposite today in the first 20 for the Oilers. It was hitting and bouncing out. So I think both coaches will like the energy their teams have, but I'm not sure both coaches would like the execution that their teams had.
Calvin Pickett's first start of the season, I thought, he faced 10 shots by the Blackhawks, obviously, and I thought he looked pretty good. There were times he made there were some times he was kind of left out there a little bit.
Well, yeah, the Oilers made some big mistakes. They turned the puck over in their own zone, and when you turn the puck over in your own zone, when there's one guy with the puck, 4 guys don't have it. The 4 guys that don't have it are getting into offensive situations. They're starting to leave the zone, looking up ice. When you turn the puck over, you're giving a huge advantage to the opposition because they're coming towards you. They've got they're looking towards the puck, towards the net. So now you've caught 4 of your teammates going the wrong direction. And we saw that 3 times in the first 20 minutes where the Oilers turned the puck over at the top of their circle, and all of a sudden it became an odd man opportunity for the Chicago Blackhawks. Those are the things that you got to get out of your game if you're the Edmonton Oilers, because maybe the Blackhawks don't make you pay for those mistakes, but the Winnipeg Jets did.
Taking a look at the battle of the 2 defense pairings, if you look at Chicago, both Seth Jones and Alex Vlasic, they were well over 8 minutes of ice time in that period. And for the Oilers, Bouchard was at 7:53 and Ekholm was at 7:14. You're going to expect those guys are going to log a lot of miles here tonight.
Well, both teams like their top pairing a lot, and they play a lot. And then you look at the Wyatt Kaiser. I'm not even sure is Wyatt Kaiser in this game tonight. He got 5 minutes, so not a lot of ice time in the third pairing for this Chicago Blackhawks team, and they're trying to limit the opportunities for Connor and Leon to be out against their third pairings. That's why you see Jones or Vlasic or Brody jump onto the ice whenever they can.
Okay, Rob, thanks. We'll talk to you coming up in the second intermission. At the Intermission is brought to you by End of the Roll Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring. We're back with more from Rogers Place. This is Ford Dealers, Oilers Radio Network.
At Fountain Tire, we love jingles. Get up to 25% off select tires.
Until October 19th.
Plus a bonus $50 off any service of $150.
Restrictions apply.
Book online today. Fountain Tire. We're on this road together.
Going to the Oilers game on October 22nd or 25th? Rexall will be hosting a free flu and COVID-19 vaccination clinic to help you stay healthy this season. Join Rexall and the Oilers on October 22nd and 25th at Rogers Place between 5:30 and 7:30 to get your flu shot and COVID vaccine. For 120 years, Rexall has been caring for your health. This season, get ready for both the game and flu season with them. Learn more at rexall.ca/vaccines. Administration based on vaccine availability and eligibility.
Hey, Paul Brandt here. As a musician, I'm drawn to the sounds of this great province. Whether it's the wind blowing down the Rockies, the rustling of grass across the prairie, or the sweet sound of a Ford
Draisaitl, Skinner, Arvidsson to start up front with Ekholm and Bouchard for Edmonton. The Bedard line out for Chicago, so with Foligno and Teravainen. Jones and Martinez on defense. We're underway here in the second period as Draisaitl will throw it into the Chicago end. It goes down to the right side. Arvidsson swings it back on the left. It comes back to Draisaitl. Now over to Bouchard on the right wing boards. Got the puck to Jeff Skinner. Pulls it off the right side. Shoots it. And that one blocked by Martinez. And it'll go out of play.
Well, the Oilers have had some zone time, Cam. You got to get more shots. I mean, the bottom line is you take a look at, Blackhawks blocked 8 shots in that opening period. Edmonton, too many missed opportunities. 6 missed shots in the first period. Several in tight around the goal.
McDavid out of the right wing corner to Zach Hyman, top of the circle right side. To McDavid, to the point. Bouchard will shoot it. That's off a stick, goes wide of the net. Teravainen will get it up in the air. Down the ice, icing the call against Chicago.
Quick out-of-town update for Pizza 73. They're in the first intermission. The Flames were badly outshot at home. They had a significant emotional recognition of Johnny Gaudreau, but they're up 2-0. Dustin Wolf in goal. He had at least 18 saves because at one point the shots were 18-9 in that period for the Philadelphia Flyers. Oh, look who's out. Oh. Take a look.
Draisaitl out there with McDavid and Hyman. Puck on the left wing point. Ekholm right side to Bouchard. Now to Draisaitl. Will just barely keep it in, but the puck will go to Jones. He's being pressured by Zach Hyman. Jones behind his net to Martinez. Rims it off the glass and out of play.
Quick loading up the top line there, maybe just for an ozone draw.
After the icing.
Yeah.
Yep.
And in fact, Nugent Hopkins is going to replace Draisaitl and go back on this line here. Got to get going. We're 4 periods into the season. The Oilers have not scored. And the last time I checked, it is difficult to win hockey games if you don't score.
Really, really hard, yes. Puck sent behind the Chicago goal. Brody will get it out and give it to Anderson. Over center ice, skips it in, Pickard out of his net, jams it over to the boards, but it is Anderson down to Dickinson. Comes over to the right wing, pinned by Dermott. They got it in their skates. Trying to dig this thing loose as Dickinson almost had it. Now he does. It's hit in the right wing corner by McDavid. Stays with it. Gets it in front of the net. Goes through the slot right to Hyman. He'll skate it out for Edmonton down the right wing. Into the Chicago zone. Taken out hard by Vlasic.
That's a great hit by Vlasic. He's a heck of a defenseman. They signed him to a 6-year extension, Cam, at $4.6 million.
Puck goes in behind the Oiler net as it was shot in by Mikheyev. Kurashev, the goal scorer in the first period for Chicago, behind the net to Mikheyev. They'll take it over to the right. Mikheyev to the top of the circle. Cycles it. Kurashev taken out behind the goal. Bertuzzi will get it back to the left wing point. Kaiser over to Murphy. Puts it off the corner boards. Looking for the ricochet. Bertuzzi has it back to the point. Nugent Hopkins broke it up. He got it out. Passed through the middle to Henrique. Just knocked out of the air by Kaiser. Otherwise, Henrique may have been sprung on a breakaway. Icing call against Chicago. We played 2 minutes, 25 seconds of the second, and it's 1-0 for the Blackhawks.
Yeah, Vlasic just belted the Edmonton Oilers. Zach Hyman there off the rush.
Perfect takeout. Just wedged him up against the boards. Face off to the right of Mrazek. Perfect so far.
Edmonton keeps losing draws, though.
Yeah.
This is not a good face-off team. They didn't have one face-off man over 50% going into this game.
Long shot by Hall, wide of the goal. Murphy to the right corner for Hall. Brings it up top of the circle in the Oilers zone across to Murphy. His one-timer save made by Pickard. The rebound to the middle of the ice, and it's Arvidsson to bring it out. He'll come down the left wing. The Chicago will cut across the middle, and it'll be a penalty, and the Edmonton Oilers are about to go on the power play.
Taylor Hall didn't like that call, but he was reaching, trying to get his game back. It wasn't actually Taylor Hall, it was Connor Murphy going to...
Taylor Hall was complaining either way, though.
Yeah. Connor Murphy He's got 2 years left on a $4.4 million deal. They acquired Connie Murphy in that trade for Nicholas Sharmelson, who was one of Coach Quenneville's favorites. So Oilers power play on the ice.
Went 0 for 1 against Winnipeg on Wednesday.
They only got the one chance, eh?
Yeah.
And they, again, another face-off loss.
It's presented. Puck sent down the ice. Power play presented by ATCO Energy, your trusted energy retailer. Learn more at atcoenergy.com. Penalty kill of the Blackhawks, 3 for 3 so far this season. Puck brought in on the right wing and then swatted out by Foligno, and he's going to chase after it, the Oiler end. But Bouchard will get to it first, but now Foligno is the one that steals the puck. Shimmies around in the corner with it. To the right wing point for Jones. Behind the net to Foligno, takes it right corner. Oilers can't get possession. Now Foligno had his pocket picked by Nugent Hopkins, and he'll find Draisaitl up the right wing. Comes into the Chicago zone, up against the right wing boards. Following up is Hyman. Still have it on the right wing. To the blue line. To Bouchard. He'll go across to McDavid on the left. To Bouchard in the middle. Bouchard comes over near the left wing point to McDavid, left side, top of the circle. He'll skate towards the net. He'll pass it in front, went right through the crease. Now Draisaitl to Nugent Hopkins. Goes off his stick and cleared out by Anderson. 45 seconds to go in the man advantage. 1-0 Chicago leads. Just over 4 minutes gone here in the second period. Bringing it out through the middle, McDavid into the Chicago zone, now left side, shoot, save made by Mrazek, hit him in the left shoulder, puck on the point, right side to Bouchard, across to Nurse. Nurse through the middle of the ice, it goes off a body over to Perry, got knocked down, crowd reacts to the non-call, puck on the left wing, Nurse to the blue line, to Bouchard on the right wing, Arvidsson, he whistles his shot high and wide, puck comes around and it's cleared out. Carolina. Center ice is Perry. Left wing to Arvidsson. Penalty just about done. To the left wing point to Nurse. To Arvidsson. Penalty now done. On the right side. Shot save made by Mrazek. Rebound scores! A bank shot by Corey Perry. And the Oilers have tied the game at 1.
Technically, Edmonton still hasn't scored. That's an own goal for the Chicago Blackhawks that goes Edmonton's way. I believe that's known as a fortuitous bounce. Perry swats at it and it deflects in off of the Hawks defender.
Hit Brody. The Oilers will definitely take it, though.
They don't ask you how.
No, exactly.
I mean, that was ugly with a capital U.
Corey Perry at 4:55. And the Edmonton Oilers have tied the game up at 1. Bedard through the middle, that's picked off. Brought in by Brown, over to Janmark, his shot, that one goes off the shoulder of Mrazek. Puck at the blue line, kept in by Henrique. Down the left wing, Janmark to the middle of the ice, but nobody there for the Oilers. Skinner's going to pick up the assist on that goal. Jeff Skinner had the shot off the right wing that Perry picked up the rebound and banked it in off of TJ Brody. Puck deep into the Oilers zone. Tied at 1 here in the second period. Donato on the right wing to the blue line to Brody. Puts it off the corner boards. Goes to the side of the Oiler net. Pickard will cover it up. It'll draw a crowd in behind the goal. Ekholm picking up an assist as well. So Perry from Skinner and Ekholm at 4:55.
I got to tell you, I think they'll pull those assists off.
Well, but he banked it off him. If it was shot in the net by Brody, then there would be no assist. If you bank it off a guy, I think the assists will stand.
Edmonton had a good chance. Again, Mrazek has been excellent. Oilers.
Oh, yes.
Janmark coming in, giving the stick there to Patty Maroon. Oilers don't have a lot of toughness in the NHL right now. Josh Brown was signed to provide some of that as a number 60, and did he pound the snot out of a guy yesterday from Coachella Valley after he threw a big hit. Now, to the credit of the guy from Coachella Valley, Nicholas, I believe it's pronounced Brouillard, he stepped up in weight class because he was defending a teammate. But the linesman jumped in quickly after Brown landed some bombs.
Puck gets into the Chicago zone. Perry now over to Nurse, left wing point. Off the corner boards, it goes behind the net. Vlasic had to deal with Derek Ryan. Donato will get it to the blue line, kept in by Podkolzin. He'll get it down low. Goes over to the boards. On the right wing, into the corner. Brody after it. Comes free to Donato. Donato, rim on the left side, but Podkolzin keeping it in for Edmonton. Now to Perry. Goes in behind the net. Pinned by TJ Brody. Athanasiou looking for a loose puck for the Blackhawks, and it does come free, and it goes to McDavid. Back to the left wing point. Dermott will shoot. It didn't get through. Lots of traffic in front of the net. Cleared out by Brody down the right side to Donato. One-on-one with Nurse. Donato a couple of moves, and his backhand goes off of Nurse, and the puck in behind the net.
Good job defending that one by Nurse. Get it up the ice here, Evan.
Long pass up the left wing. We'll go to Hyman. Just into the Chicago end, left side, Nugent Hopkins spins towards the left wing boards. Back to the blue line. Ekholm is shot. Save Mrazek. The rebound loose right in front of his pad. And now finally covered up by Mrazek as McDavid was looking for that loose puck. We're tied at 1. We played 7 minutes, 5 seconds of the second period. We'll be right back from Rogers Place. This is Four Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
The holiday countdown has started at Freedom Ford. Unbeatable deals on 2024 models with savings up to $15,000 and 0% financing. Plus, enjoy up to $10,000 cash back on your new Ford. Hurry, these offers won't last.
When the Oilers are on the ice, the big hits are a part of the game. But they shouldn't be a part of your drive. If you've been injured in a car collision, let James H. Brown & Associates and their over 200 years of combined injury law experience help you. Locally owned and proud Edmonton Oiler fans, James H. Brown & Associates is ready to support you with their unrivaled experience, unrivaled results, and unrivaled commitment. When accidents happen, head to jameshbrown.com.
Nuges Nuggets. This is Nuges Nuggets, brought to you by Legacy Heating and Cooling. What nugget of heating and cooling advice does Nuge have today?
You can save a lot of money by bundling your new furnace and AC with Legacy. It's kind of like saving money on an endorsement by bundling me, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, with someone like, Zachary Martin Hyman.
Thanks for suggesting me, Nuge. Get no payments and no interest for 1 year on your new AC and furnace from Legacy Heating and Cooling. Proud sponsor of Nuges Nuggets.
The holiday countdown has started at Freedom Ford. Unbeatable deals on 2024 models with savings up to $15,000 and 0% financing. Plus, enjoy up to $10,000 cash back on your new Ford. Hurry, these offers won't last.
All games, all seasons. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Tied at 1, the Oilers and the Blackhawks. 7 minutes, 5 seconds gone here in the second. Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer here at Rogers Place. Oilers with Calgary in town tomorrow. Philadelphia on Tuesday. Oil Kings hosting Vancouver Monday at noon. Rogers Place awfully busy with hockey here over the next few days. Kurashev scoring in the first for Chicago. Corey Perry has the goal for Edmonton here in the second. Face off in the Chicago end. It comes up to the left wing point, just out off the stick of Anderson. Skating onto it, Dickinson. Poke it into the right wing corner, go after it behind the Oiler net. His pass goes right to Nugent Hopkins of Edmonton, off the right wing boards and out. That's brought in on the left wing. McCabe to the left wing corner. Now it comes out. Anderson will shoot it. That was blocked, and it goes out through the middle. Flying after it on the forecheck was Hyman, and he got knocked into the net. It went off his stick. The net gets bumped off the moorings in behind Mrazek, so we get the whistle. But good speed by Zach Hyman. Martinez almost lost it to Hyman, but Hyman into the net, and it goes off the moorings. Face-off will come outside.
They're going to have a couple of pretty good young defensemen coming. Second overall pick this year. Artem Levshunov, who played last year at Michigan State, out with a foot injury right now. Then obviously Korchinski, right? Like that's... Two pretty high-end guys.
Arvidsson left wing corner, goes cross ice. It's in behind Bouchard, and now brought out by Taylor Hall. Goes into the Oiler and left wing corner. Hall stops left wing, drops it. It comes in behind the net. Brought over to the right side. Kurashev behind the goal. Murphy put it in front. Bertuzzi couldn't get his stick on it. Draisaitl goes the other way for Edmonton. Down the right wing. Into the Chicago zone. Goes to the corner. Now in behind the net. He'll center that off of Murphy. It stays in behind the goal. Arvidsson, he gets knocked down. Puck brought out right side. Save made by Mrazek off of Skinner, and it gets cleared. At center ice is Emberson for Edmonton.
Don't think Draisaitl like the takeout there from Martinez on Arvidsson. He got all of them.
Yeah, Arvidsson got drilled on the end boards. The Oiler blue line, Kulak to Henrique. Now on the right wing, Connor Brown rips a shot and a right pad save made by Mrazek. Bedard will get it out, but then checked by Janmark. Murphy will go through the middle. To Foligno, now Teravainen to Foligno to Bedard, the shot, and his stick was lifted, but a penalty coming up. Bedard got taken out. It's going to be a hooking call, and the Oilers are about to be shorthanded. Janmark will go to the box.
Well, I'd say that's a good penalty to take.
Probably saved the goal.
But again, right through Emberson. He doesn't knock the puck down.
Yeah, that was a good play by Janmark. You'll take that penalty. Otherwise, Bedard had a tap in.
Now, the Oilers' penalty kill wasn't great. Fans don't like it. I think Bedard sold it. Got to win draws.
Penalty kill brought to you by Napa Auto Parts. Proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers. The Oilers able to clear it all the way down. Oiler penalty kill only went 1 for 3 against Winnipeg in game 1. Chicago 0 for 4 on the power play so far this season. Puck gets turned over at the blue line. Nugent Hopkins through the middle looking for Ryan, but he got caught on the play by Jones. Foligno to Jones.
One of the problems here with Janmark in the box.
Key penalty killer.
Yeah.
Now Bedard will bring it in. Over to Foligno into the left wing corner of the Edmonton end. Behind the net, Nurse was able to rim it. It hits Jones, it comes out. Now Henrique putting the pressure, but Seth Jones able to recover to Bertuzzi. Wrap it on the left wing, pinching down Foligno. Puck stays in. Teravainen to Bedard, now to Foligno, into the slot. Jones tried to shoot it, but diving in front and knocking it away was Arvidsson. Puck behind the net. Foligno. On the left wing, comes back to the point. Jones over to Bedard. To Jones, will shoot, scores. Seth Jones let it go from the point. It squeezes through Calvin Pickard, and it's a 2-1 Chicago lead.
Need a save here at some point if you're Edmonton. Sorry, but right through the wickets.
Seth Jones' goal. Jones playing in his 800th NHL game. Has given the Chicago Blackhawks 2-1 lead. Time of the goal, 10:19 of this second period. Chicago goes 1 for 1 on the power play.
Well, who do you need to have as your best penalty killer, Cam?
Your goaltender.
Oilers are 1 for 4 in the PK this year. They scored on 3 of the 4 shorthanded situations. Incredibly reminiscent of what happened last year at the start of the year.
Coming out from behind his own net. Dermott got it up the left wing and out. Oilers down by 1 here in the second. Brody to Vlasic from the Chicago end. To Brody up the right wing. To Athanasiou, got stood up at the blue line by Dermott. Dermott gets control of the puck. For Bouchard. For Dermott up the left wing to Draisaitl. He's into the Chicago end. Left wing to McDavid. Goes to the left wing corner. The angle shot off the stick of Athanasiou. Goes to the blue line. Bouchard across to Dermott. Drops the puck at the point to Draisaitl. Cross ice to McDavid. He's got it on the right wing. It's chopped off his stick, and Donato will bring it out for the Hawks. Couldn't get a pass through to Athanasiou. Turning it up is Bouchard for Edmonton. 8:35 to go in the second. 2-1 Chicago leading. Puck brought in by Bouchard, but Hyman was in early. That's offside against Edmonton. We'll take a break. Chicago leading Edmonton 2-1 here in the second. 8:31 to go in this period. From Rogers Place, it's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Score big with the unmatched purity of Clearwater Vodka, the perfect companion for Oilers fans. Crafted with the pristine waters of Alberta, it's a sip of local excellence. Clearwater Vodka, where the spirit of the game meets true Alberta quality. Must be 18 plus. Please drink responsibly.
Hey, Paul Brandt here. You know what I'm a fan of? Alberta. The wide open spaces, the highways and byways, and a rugged, beautiful terrain that I'm proud to call home. Maybe that's why I'm also a fan of my Ford F-150. It's tough, capable, and smart, which makes it a natural fit for roads like these. So if it's a new truck you're looking for, look no further than the truck Albertans love to drive, F-150. Head into your Alberta Ford dealer and tell them PB sent you.
When was the last time your electricity and natural gas provider made you feel like this? Low rates, no strings attached, year-round perks, and local energy experts who always have your back with Encore by Epcor. Find that carefree energy feeling at encore.epcor.com/carefree.
Customers are free to purchase natural gas or electricity services from a retailer of their choice. For a list of retailers, visit ucahelps.alberta.ca or call 310-4822 toll-free.
Score big with the unmatched purity of Clearwater Vodka, the perfect companion for Oilers fans. Crafted with the pristine waters of Alberta, it's a sip of local excellence. Clearwater Vodka, where the spirit of the game meets true Alberta quality. Must be 18 plus. Please drink responsibly.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app. This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Cam Moon and Bob Stauffer. We are here in the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Legacy Heating and Cooling, home and no payments, no interest for 1 year. 2-1. Chicago leading Edmonton. 8:31 to go in the second period. Kurashev and Jones scoring for Chicago. Perry has a goal for Edmonton. On that last goal by Jones, Bedard and Teravainen pick up the assist. Power play goal at 10:19 of this second period. Face off outside the Chicago blue line. McDavid, Nugent-Hopkins, and Hyman on the ice with Ekholm and Bouchard. Dropped it once, it wasn't right. Do it again. Goes between the Chicago defensemen, so Kaiser has to go in behind his goal. Up the left side, it won't get out. Hyman's going to keep it in for Edmonton. Put it in behind the net. Murphy there for Chicago. Up the right wing, off of Bertuzzi and out. Bouchard in pursuit. Kurashev right on him. It goes in behind the goal. Bertuzzi, right wing to Hall. Come up top of the circle. Lost it to Nugent-Hopkins. Nugent-Hopkins into the Chicago end. Left wing to McDavid. Turns back towards the boards. Gives it to Ekholm. His shot. And that one pinballs but never gets through. And Kurashev will clear it.
I like the switch of the matchup, though, those lines.
Long pass through the middle. Off a stick goes into the Chicago end. Oilers will make a quick change. Martinez across to Murphy. Up the right wing. One-handed into the Oiler end by Dickinson. He'll go after it in the right corner. Pinned by Kulak. Henrique in there as well for the Oilers. So is Anderson of Chicago as they've got it up against the corner boards inside the Edmonton zone. Dug out by Anderson to the left wing point to Martinez. His shot towards the net. Off a body goes to Dickinson. His shot and his save made by Pickard. Puck to the middle. Jeff Skinner will get it out. Down the left wing. Brought in by Connor Brown. Stops up. Shoots. Save made by Mrazek. He's able to squeeze it. 7:05 to go in the second period. Chicago up 2-1 on Edmonton.
Good change of the lines here. Skinner, Henrique, and Brown playing together. Looks like Janmark's going to get a chance, even though he took the penalty. Maybe they're going to put Janmark up with Draisaitl. Nope. Leon's going to come out here with Arvidsson and Perry.
He's off to the right of Mrazek.
Sorry, Podkolzin.
Cleared out. Teravainen unable to shoot it into the Oiler end. Emberson will dump it in. Mrazek out of the Blackhawks net. Rims on the left, and Foligno is able to clear it. Kulak inside the Edmonton blue line. Up the left wing, off the puck, goals. Vlasic goes in front of his goal. Up the right side for Bedard. That one misses him. It's icing against Chicago. 6:36 to go in the second. 2-1 Chicago leads. You're not surprised by some shifting of the lines,
No,
though.
because nothing's been going.
Exactly. Now it's
Colorado's had some goaltending challenges to start the year as well, it should be mentioned.
Draisaitl with McDavid and Arvidsson.
Down 5-3 to Columbus tonight. They got beat 8-4 by Vegas, season opener.
Face off to the right of Mrazek. McDavid to the left wing point. Kulak. Off the puck on the right to Emberson. Now it comes across, and Emberson had a hop over his stick. Now has it left wing. Emberson to the blue line. To Kulak, left wing corner. Arvidsson to Emberson, right wing corner to Draisaitl. To the blue line. Kulak, left side. Emberson will shoot it. That one hit Arvidsson. Puck goes to the left wing. Top of the circle, and Teravainen's going to bring it out. 3-on-2 for Chicago. To Bedard. Cuts through the middle. Shoots. Scores. Connor Bedard wires it glove side on Pickard, and it's 3-1 for the Blackhawks.
Oh, it's a great shot, but you need a save there. Oilers didn't get the puck through on an extended sequence, and then Bedard rips one high glove on Calvin Pickard. And Bedard's got a goal and assist here in the last 4 minutes of this game.
13:58, time of the goal for Connor Bedard. His first goal of the season. Go along with now 3 assists. On the season. Has a goal and a helper in this game. As Bob had just mentioned. Back on the left wing. Janmark will get it out for Edmonton. Left wing to Ryan. Off the boards and in. Seth Jones. Gives the puck to Athanasiou. Will get it out. That hops over the stick of Donato. Goes deep into the Oiler end. Dermott turns it up the left wing. Now to Janmark. He got tripped by Athanasiou. Puck comes to center ice. Puck brought in by Donato. To the left wing point. Martinez waiting, shooting. That doesn't get through. Puck bouncing around. Goes over to the left wing. Janmark off of Perry. And it comes out. Bedard from Teravainen. 13:58. Make it 3-1 Chicago. Puck cleared. Janmark got it out to center, and it's Taylor Hall for Chicago. At the middle of Murphy, now to Hall. Brings it in on the left wing, runs right into Dermott. Got the glove up high on Travis Dermott. Puck to center ice. Nurse will shoot it. Save made by Mrazek. That rebound bounced right out. And Bertuzzi on the right wing to Kurashev as he gets to center. Into the middle of Bertuzzi. Left wing to Hall. Across to Kurashev. One-timer and a pad save made by Calvin Pickard. Puck in the left wing corner. Hall. Watched by Nugent Hopkins. Behind the net to Bertuzzi. Chops it around to the right wing point for Murphy. His return pass to Bertuzzi, stepping in front of it was Ekholm. He'll get it out to McDavid. Now on the right to Nugent Hopkins. In over the Chicago line, waiting to Bouchard. To Nugent Hopkins, a shot saved by Mrazek. Puck behind the net. Hyman over to the left wing. Oilers down by a couple here in the second. Hyman up to the blue line. To Bouchard, now on the left. McDavid to Hyman, and somehow it goes just wide of the net. Hyman, and the puck shot towards the goal by Ekholm. Stopped by Mrazek. The puck cleared out. Anderson to center ice will shoot it in. Under 4 to go in the second. 3-1 Chicago lead. Centering pass. The shot saved made by Pickard off of Dickinson. He was all alone in front of the Edmonton net. Puck cleared out. Skinner will shoot it in off the end glass. Puck goes to the left wing corner in the Chicago zone. It's up near the top of the circle. Henrique trying to get control. Instead it comes out. Mikheyev put it through the middle, and Kulak will turn it up. Comes into the Chicago end, drives down the right side, stops in the right wing corner. Vlasic took it away, went in behind the goal. Vlasic off the left wing glass to Teravainen. He'll get it down the ice. Won't be hard enough for icing. Kulak on the right wing to Emberson. He'll clear it out. Up to Connor Brown. He was able to dump it in. Brody rimming it to Foligno. Gets the center ice to Bedard. Comes flying in. Bedard will shoot off the stick of Nurse. It goes over the Oiler net. The left wing, puck cleared. 2:48 to go in the second. 3-1, Chicago leads. Crowd trying to urge the Oilers to get to within one here.
Oilers need a change here.
Pass comes across Bedard in front of the net. A shot went off the end of his stick.
They're lucky. They need a change. This line's too slow.
Puck gets to center ice. Jeff Skinner will bring it in for Edmonton. His shot off of Murphy. It goes wide. Athanasiou will go high in the air and out with it. Ekholm dealing with a bouncing puck. His pass knocked down by Donato. He'll get it across to Maroon. His shot and a save made by Pickard. He'll squeeze that one up against the body and hold on. We got 2:11 to go in the second. Chicago leading the Oilers by a score of 3-1. We'll be right back from Rogers Place in downtown Edmonton. This is Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Our people, our team. It's what business owners almost always say is their most important resource. But strong businesses don't just find great people. They make sure their teams stay healthy, engaged, and performing at their best. A benefits plan from Alberta Blue Cross is more than just drug and dental. They support the whole person with flexible coverage levels that fit the size and circumstance of your business. Find a plan that gets results at ab.bluecross.ca.
Pizza 73, the official pizza of your Edmonton Oilers. Loyal to the oil, in Edmonton we trust. Rising to the top like a pizza crust. Got the flavors to play, yeah. Cooking on ice. Hunger happens, gotta score a slice. Let's go Oilers, E-Town unite. Ice District to Jasper, downtown to White. Wearing orange and blue, game on the street. Make the right call, Pizza 73. Let's go Oilers. 737373, Pizza 73. You can't predict exactly how your harvest will go. So here's the next best thing. InvigorResults.ca. Featuring localized and replicated trial results, you can see how Invigor canola hybrids could perform in your fields. But more importantly, the results demonstrate our consistent track record and undisputed leadership, giving you the confidence to flex your harvest muscle season after season. Go to InvigorResults.ca to see results in your area today.
All games, all season. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
3-1, Chicago leading Edmonton. 2:11 to go in the second period. Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. We're here at Rogers Place. Shots now 22-17 in favor of the Oilers.
Chris Knobloch looking for anything to get his team going. He's got Podkolzin again with Arvidsson and Skinner again. With Arvidsson and Draisaitl.
Podkolzin will skate it out of the Edmonton zone, off the left wing boards and in. Bedard through the middle, able to float it out. It goes up on end. It will be icing. Kurashev, Jones, and Bedard scoring for Chicago. It's been Perry for Edmonton. That last goal, Bedard from Teravainen, and now Brody. An assist has been added on that one. That was at 13:58 of the second period. Face off to the right of Mrazek. Draisaitl in the face-off circle with Bedard. Having a tough time getting that puck dropped. Now they got it down to the ice. Ekholm in from the left wing point, shoots it, misses on the short side. Puck comes up to the blue line. Bouchard kept it in to Draisaitl along the right wing boards. Ties up with Martinez. Now it goes to Podkolzin. He'll give it to Draisaitl. Over to Arvidsson. Arvidsson back to the left wing point. Ekholm, Arvidsson to Ekholm. We got it in front of the net. Draisaitl. He'll get it right wing out to Podkolzin. It went off the end of his stick. Would have had a good chance. And it goes in behind the net. Jones into the corner for Chicago. Now on the right to Alec Martinez. Up the boards, kept in by Matthias Ekholm. Jones off the left wing glass. That's knocked down by Nugent Hopkins. He kept it in right side to Draisaitl. Waiting with it. Goes to the right corner to Bouchard, and he hammers it off a stick. That goes out of play. 1:05 to go here in the second period. Oilers down by 2. Face off to the left of Peter Mrazek. McDavid, Nugent Hopkins, and Hyman on the ice with Nurse and Dermott. McDavid wins the draw. Dermott on the right point. Rims goes off the skate of Nugent Hopkins. Over to Anderson. It comes out. We're into the last minute here in the second. Hyman turns it right back into the Chicago zone. Goes to the right wing corner. Runs into TJ Brody. Loose puck to Nugent Hopkins. Skates up the right wing. Cycles it to McDavid. To the left wing point. Nurse will shoot. Saved by Mrazek. It hit a stick and then hit Mrazek right in the logo, and the puck cleared out. Dermott at center ice. Dump it right back in. 34 seconds to go here in the second. 3-1, Chicago leads. It's up against the left wing boards in the Blackhawk end. McDavid trying to get it free. Anderson skates to the point it goes to Nurse. His shot, glove saved by Mrazek. Hold on. We got 16 seconds to go here in the second period. It's 2 good shifts.
Great opportunity for Podkolzin on a center from Draisaitl. And Vancouver partisans would tell you that's part of why Podkolzin was available, just an inability to finish in those situations. Did have 14 goals a couple of years ago.
Draisaitl taking their draw in the Chicago zone. Gets puck back to the point. Bouchard has it, left point, walks to the middle right side, and off the stick. Draisaitl goes into the corner. Draisaitl couldn't get it through to Henry. Goes to the point. Bouchard will blast it off the outside of the net. In behind the goal, Perry centers, and the second period comes to a close. 3-1, Chicago leads.
Got some more to do. Got some more to do, Cam.
Well, they're getting chances. They just haven't been able to finish.
And Chicago did on 2 opportunities. One on the power play, and the wrong guy got the puck on a rush. Connor Bedard, who's got a top 5 shot in the league, and just snapped one home. Edmonton down by 2. They got to dig in.
3-1, Chicago leading through 40 minutes. Kurashev, Jones, and Bedard scoring for the Blackhawks. Perry has the goal for Edmonton. Bryn Griffiths, Rob Brown, they've got the second intermission for you, so don't go anywhere. From Rogers Place, we're in downtown Edmonton. This is Ford Dealers, NHL Hockey, on the Oilers Radio Network.
RS Breakers and Controls, Canada's leader in new, used, tested, and obsolete circuit breakers, MCC buckets, bus plugs, and switches. They have everything you need to maintain your aging electrical infrastructure, ensuring it operates as good as new. Their 24/7 emergency response gets you back up and running quickly, saving valuable time and money. Minimal generators or modifications needed, and like-for-like replacements mean no special inspections. Don't replace, repair your legacy equipment with RS. Visit rsbreakers.com.
CHED Edmonton. Listen to us wherever you are on the iHeart Radio app. 880 CHED.
A Chorus Entertainment radio station.
Stay connected with your community and enjoy the latest updates and exclusive access to concerts and events by becoming an 880 CHED Insider. Don't miss out on a single moment. Sign up now at 880ched.com and click on CHED Insider Newsletter to become a vital part of Edmonton's premier news and talk community. 880 CHED, Edmonton's news, today's talk, where Edmonton stays informed and entertained today and every day. At the intermission, brought to you by End of the Row Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
Center ice is Perry. Left wing to Arvidsson. Penalty just about done. To the left wing point to Nurse. To Arvidsson. Penalty now done. On the right side. Shot save made by Mrazek. Rebound scores! A bank shot by Corey Perry. And the Oilers have tied the game at 1.
That's our highlight zone, brought to you by Century Casinos. All in, all games, all season. Century Casinos with 3 great locations in Edmonton, St. Albert, and right next to the Edmonton International Airport. Welcome to the Winner's Zone. And welcome to the second intermission. Bryn Griffiths back here at Rogers Place, and joining me is Rob Brown. Okay, where do you want to dig in on this one?
Well, you
can't finish.
No, that's not what you thought the problem would be to start the season for the Oilers. But here we are, 5 periods in. They've got 1 goal, and it was on an own goal as the Chicago Blackhawk defenseman knocked it into his own net. As Perry threw it out in front, got a little bit of luck, but hanging around the net, you find luck. And when you score 50 in a season, as he's done before, he knows where to hang out. But that's been the only puck luck they've had around the net. I think the Oilers have had more play territorial than the Chicago Blackhawks, but the Oilers have made some big mistakes, and they took a penalty because they got caught, and the penalty turned into a power play goal. They got caught on another odd man rush, and Connor Bedard showed why he's a special hockey player in the National Hockey League. That shot brings you out of your seat. It was so good and so fast, and he just does it so quickly. So a couple big mistakes by the Oilers they were taken advantage of by the Chicago Blackhawks. Then the Oilers push and push and push. But 2 things the Hawks are doing. They're doing a very good job of limiting in front of the net. There's the shot from the point. There might be a deflection, but there's no second chances. And they are keeping the Oilers to the outside. They're not allowing them any odd man breaks. So the Blackhawks kind of rope-a-dope in the second period. They were under siege, but they seemed to be able to recover and just keep the Oilers at bay. And at times, they just tried to survive shifts, and they did.
3-1 Chicago leading the Oilers after 2 periods of play. It's funny watching the Blackhawk game against the Jets in Winnipeg last night. They did the same similar thing to the Jets in the opening 2 periods, where they kept the Jets to the outside. There was not a lot of great opportunity into the middle. And you know what? It's funny, talking with, members of the media from Chicago, they said the one thing that the older guys have done, Rob, is they brought a little more structure and a little more calm to them. Are you seeing any of that?
Well, I am. They don't seem overwhelmed. Now, they're a little slow of foot. We saw Martinez, who has had a fantastic career. He's up 820 games played. He's 37 years old, and there was one where he got hunted down by Zach Hyman, and Hyman beat him and created a scoring chance because Martinez doesn't have the same foot speed. But when they're in the zone, Martinez doesn't get overwhelmed by a tough shift, and neither does Seth Jones or TJ Brody, Connor Murphy. These guys have been around for a while, so they can bend, but they don't break. And I think what we've seen in the past, the Blackhawks have had some youth on their back end that when the pressure came, you could see the nervousness. You could see the players turning the puck over. And there's still been mistakes by the Blackhawks, but the mistakes haven't been so egregious that all of a sudden it's in the back of the net. The mistakes they're making, they're recovering from. So, yeah, I can see the veteran players on this team have given them a little bit more sanity on the back end.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there will be a push by the Oilers. And we saw in the last 4 or 5 minutes of that period, the Oilers pushed and the Blackhawks were hemmed in. I know where you and I are sitting, we're looking completely left the last 4 minutes of that period because that's where the play was. The Oilers will test the Blackhawks here in the third period. They need to continue to get shots on net. But the thing they cannot do, the Oilers, in the third is make another big mistake. They can't give up another odd man rush. I fully believe the Oilers can score 3 in this period and win a hockey game. But if you give up 1 more, now you're asking for 4. And I don't know if that's possible here tonight. So I think keep pushing forward, but careful on the big mistakes. I mean, in veteran players, Evan Bouchard gets chased down and kind of throws the puck behind him and just skates away, turns into a grade A scoring chance for Dickinson in front. The Oilers are on the power play, and Foligno controlled the puck in the offensive zone for 25 seconds, had a couple scoring chances.
Yes.
So those are mistakes made by veteran players that the Oilers have got to cut out in the final 30, or final 20.
So if you're going through a little bit of a scoring slump like the Oilers apparently are going through right now, and you're, clutching the stick very tightly, Should you be shooting from absolutely everywhere and hoping you get a couple more bank-in goals just to kind of get things going a little bit? Because now I think it just seems like they're trying to overpass because they're looking for something perfect. And I don't know.
I just think that's the way the Oilers play, honestly. I just think the Oilers are a team that moves the puck around. And most nights it works for them. Tonight it hasn't yet. I don't think this is a team that clutches its sticks. This is game 2.
I know.
Game 2 of the season. They played 5 periods. But, I mean, you always shoot from anywhere and know who you are. If you're Victor Arvidsson or Jeff Skinner, you got the puck on your stick, fire it on net. If you're Connor or Leon, you can make your decision based on what you think is the best.
You got options.
But never turn down a grade A scoring chance. Although, I mean, a great example in that second period, the Oilers had an odd man break, and they got it to Evan Bouchard for the one-timer. You could not have written it up on the chalkboard in the dressing room any better than that. And Bouchard, instead of taking the one-timer, moves it back down. And he can't do that. Evan Bouchard's a shooter. You get a chance to shoot the puck, shoot the puck. So those are ones that you can't pass up. When you're in a goal-scoring opportunity area, put the puck on net.
Got about 30 seconds here, so what do they got to do here in the third? Just keep plugging away?
Well, I thought the last 5 minutes you saw what they needed to do. They got pucks in deep, turned it up quickly. I think that's one thing that the Oilers, when they're playing well, if there's a turnover, they're going back north right away. When they are starting to think too much, you see them going east-west from one side to the other and looking for that perfect play. If there's a turnover, come back the other way. Try to catch the Blackhawks. You might get them in a bad change. You might get them turning the wrong direction, but I think attack quickly is the way you have to take advantage of this Blackhawk team in the third period.
Okay, Rob, Oilers are out shooting the Blackhawks 25-17 through 40 minutes of play. However, it's 3-1 Chicago leading. What more can you say? Oh, I can say this. The third period is coming up shortly. We're going to take a timeout, and when we come back, we'll take a look at your out-of-town scoreboard. But At the Intermission is brought to you by End of the Roll Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring. Back with more from Rogers Place, Oilers Radio Network.
Edmonton Oilers! Loyal to the oil, in Edmonton we trust. Rising to the top like a pizza crust. Got the flavors to play, yeah. Cooking on ice. Hunger happens, gotta score a slice. Let's go Oilers, E-Town unite. Ice District to Jasper, downtown to White. Wearing orange and blue, game on the street. Make the right call, Pizza 73. Let's go Oilers! 737373, Pizza 73.
October 25th is the early bird deadline in Stollery Children's Hospital Foundation Mighty Millions Lottery. Win the Fiji and Maserati Early Bird Prize, a 7-night vacation to Fiji and a new Maserati. Or take $175,000 cash and be in to win the $2.5 million grand prize. Early bird deadline is Friday, October 25th. Be mighty and support Stollery Kids. Buy now at MightyMillionsLottery.com.
From your home to the ice rink, ATCO Energy is there. As the official energy provider of Rogers Place, we're also proud partners of the Edmonton Oilers. ATCO Energy, powering your place. Customers are free to purchase natural gas services or electricity services from a retailer of their choice. For a list of retailers, visit ucahelps.alberta.ca or call 310-4822.
With Global News, I'm Thomas Dias. The United Nations World Food Program says no food aid has entered northern Gaza since October 1st. The warning comes as Israel warns people in northern and southern Gaza to make way for military offensives against Hamas and Hezbollah militants. Palestinians in northern Gaza are describing heavy Israeli bombardment after at least 22 people were killed in Israeli airstrikes. Toronto Mayor Olivia Chow is calling the shooting of a Jewish school in the city a horrific anti-Semitic act motivated by disgusting hate. Police say no one was injured when shots were fired at the elementary school around 4 o'clock this morning. The school was hit by bullets in a separate incident last May. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau says he is very disturbed by the attack. And RCMP are investigating after new Democrat leader David Eby's party campaign office in Campbell River, BC was evacuated following a bomb threat yesterday. Eby, who was not in the office at the time, says violence has no place in politics with a provincial election day there of October 19th. News on demand at 880ched.com.
Bloom Benefits offers amazing coverage that even the toughest hockey players can get behind. With excellent coverage, they offer things like massage. You want to go? Counseling services. Let's go! Dental coverage. That was not offside. And eye exams. With custom health coverage for any group of any size, Bloom Benefits make every team better, stronger, and healthier. Plans start from just $54 a month. Rethink your benefits today at bloombenefits.ca.
Have you ever thought about what's on the bottom of your sneaker that was jammed up between the grooves, just biding its time and waiting for the perfect moment to dig into your beautiful floor? No? Never thought about that? And you should never have to when you buy flooring made for life at end-of-the-roll flooring centers. Right now, save on flooring that's made for spills, pets, and anything that life throws at you. And it looks amazing. Use our visualizer to see for yourself at endoftheroll.com. Find flooring for life at end-of-the-roll flooring centers. Let's get flooring.
Celebrating 70 years in the signage industry, William Huff Advertising is the most recognized name in the game. An in-house, one-stop shop for all of your design, print, and installation needs. William Huff provides quality graphic solutions for everyone. Here in our City of Champions and throughout the nation, they are the preferred signage partner entrusted by many of the biggest corporations, pro sports teams, and organizations to bring their identity to life. Recognize the name, get in the game. WilliamHuff.com.
At the intermission, brought to you by End of the Roll Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
Bryn Griffiths back here at Rogers Place after 40 minutes of play. The Chicago Blackhawks leading the Edmonton Oilers 3-1. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, which is brought to you by Pizza 73, the official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. I better take a deep breath because it's busy tonight. Earlier this afternoon, it was the Kings losing 2-1 in Boston to the Bruins. Lindholm with the game-winning goal in that one for Boston, and Swayman picking up the victory for Boston. There was one game that was postponed. It was the Lightning. It's their home game, and obviously it was postponed because of the hurricane that rolled through there. The ironical part is that it was the Hurricanes they were supposed to play tonight. Elsewhere, final score, it was Markstrom picking up the win, 29 saves to help the Devils beat the Capitals 5-3. 5 different scores for Buffalo in a 5-2 victory over the Florida Panthers. William Nylander scored twice to help the Toronto Maple Leafs to a 4-2 victory over the Pittsburgh Penguins, that one in Toronto. Cam Talbot, how about that? Shutout for the Red Wings, made 42 saves to help the Wings beat the Predators 3-0. It went to overtime at Madison Square Garden, New York tonight, and it was Utah HC 6-5 winners over the Rangers. Keller, by the way, scored twice in that game. He actually got the winner in overtime, and it was a thing of beauty. You get a chance to see that one. It's spectacular. Elsewhere, another final score in Dallas tonight. The Stars beating the New York Islanders 3-0. Ottinger with the shutout. 33 saves there, and Tyler Seguin got a couple of goals in that one as well. Montreal Canadiens on home ice, 4-1 winners over the Ottawa Senators. Cole Caulfield with 2 goals in that one for the Habs. Wrapped up, and it went to a shootout, and it was the Kraken beating the Wild 5-4. Jordan Eberle with 2 goals in that hockey game tonight. Elsewhere, the Avalanche lost again, this time on home ice. Blue Jackets beat them 6-4. They scored 5 goals on 15 shots. After 2 periods of play, the Ducks and the Sharks are tied at 0, and the Calgary Flames are being outshot 28-11 by the Philadelphia Flyers, yet it's the Flames with a 3-1 lead, that one getting late in the 3rd period. And earlier today in the Western Hockey League, it was the Oil Kings beating the Red Deer Rebels 5-1. Players are returning to the ice. The 3rd period is on the way. At the intermission is brought to you by End of the Roll Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring. This is the Ford Dealers Oilers Radio Network.
At the intermission has been brought to you by End of the Roll Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
The holiday countdown has started at Freedom Ford. Unbeatable deals on 2024 models with savings up to $15,000 and 0% financing. Plus, enjoy up to $10,000 cash back on your new Ford. Hurry, these offers won't last.
When the Oilers are on the ice, the big hits are a part of the game. But they shouldn't be a part of your drive. If you've been injured in a car collision, let James H. Brown & Associates and their over 200 years of combined injury law experience help you. Locally owned and proud Edmonton Oilers fans, James H. Brown & Associates is ready to support you with their unrivaled experience, unrivaled results, and unrivaled commitment. When accidents happen, head to jameshbrown.com.
Did you know that there are 9 Napa Auto Parts stores serving the greater Edmonton area and have been doing so for more than 50 years? Since Napa first opened in Edmonton, the community has grown and vehicles have changed, but you can always trust Napa Auto Parts to provide you with the expert know-how and the best vehicle parts. And if that isn't enough, every time you visit a Napa Auto Parts store when you present your AMA card, you receive an additional 10% discount on all retail parts and accessories. Visit your local Napa Auto Parts store for more offers and expert know-how. Napa Auto Parts is a proud fan of the Edmonton Oilers.
The holiday countdown has started at Freedom Ford. Unbeatable deals on 2024 models with savings up to $15,000 and 0% financing. Plus, enjoy up to $10,000 cash back on your new Ford. Hurry, these offers won't last.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
3-1 Chicago leads. We get ready for the third period of play. Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer here at Rogers Place. Oilers with some work to do here in the third period. It'll be McDavid, Hyman, and Nugent-Hopkins to start off this third with Ekholm and Bouchard on the back end. Up against the Chicago top line of Bedard, Teravainen, Foligno with Martinez and Jones. Puck goes to Bouchard. Up the right wing to Nugent-Hopkins. Goes into the Chicago end. Jones to the end boards. It'll be Martinez able to clear it out. He'll find Jones on the right side. He'll snap the puck into the Edmonton end. Rims on the left. Bouchard to Ekholm. Around to the point. Jones will keep it in for Chicago. Teravainen's pass to the corner to Foligno. Stepping in front, Ekholm to Bouchard. Will get it to the line. Doesn't get out. Teravainen on the left side for Bedard. Put it up top of the circle, and it was McDavid to get it out. Oilers down by a couple. Start off this third period. Foligno will dump it in. Pickard leaves it behind the goal. Ekholm to Draisaitl, and his pass off a stick goes right to Dickinson. Shot it wide of the net. Now it's Mikheyev right corner to Dickinson. Up to the top of the circle. Cycles the puck. Ekholm plays the puck to Skinner. He'll get it out. To Draisaitl over the blue line of the Blackhawks. He'll dump it in. It goes in behind the net. Brody off the left wing boards and out. Goes off an Oilers stick. It won't be icing. Nurse to Draisaitl. Now it's center ice for Arvidsson. Arvidsson will dump it in. Mrazek out of his goal. To the corner to Vlasic. Vlasic lost it. Here's Arvidsson. A shot and a save made by Mrazek. Victor Arvidsson with a good opportunity. Puck comes to center. Kurashev to Vlasic. Will take it into his own end. Now to Murphy. He'll go behind the net. Murphy to Vlasic. Cross ice, that pass in behind. It's kept in on the right side. Henrique to the corner. He was looking for Skinner. Puck goes to the right wing point. Emberson rims it on the left. Kulak in from the left side. Puck cleared out though. Emberson at center ice. Through the middle. Henrique to Brown. Left side. One time just wide of the net by Skinner. Jeff Skinner right wing. Back to the point for Emberson. Now on the right side, it goes to Henrique. His pass off the stick of Hall. It goes wide of the net. It's Brown on the end boards. Brown on the left wing for Dermott. Misses him on the left point, and it'll go down the ice. 2.5 gone here in the third. 3-1, Chicago leads. Janmark to dump it in. Mrazek out to play it. Rims it. It hits Matthias Janmark. Brody finds a loose puck for Chicago. Up the right wing to Maroon. Looking for Donato, and then Dermott got dumped down by Donato. Penalty coming up to Chicago as they touch it.
Well, you need one here if you're Edmonton. You got to jump start things offensively. Not a great penalty for Ryan Donato. He's on the UFA line. playing with Athanasiou. And Pat Maroon. And that's a no doubt about it. Donato's had double-digit goals multiple times in his career.
Power play presented by ATCO Energy, your trusted energy retailer. Learn more at atcoenergy.com. Oilers 0 for 1 with a man advantage in this game.
Terrible play.
Pass got picked off by Jones. He'll get it down the ice.
He got a chance for a shot right off the draw. Instead, pass it backwards and then throw the puck away.
Bouchard's pass off a skate. Dickinson's going to bring it in. He'll go through the middle. His shot wide of the Edmonton net. Nugent Hopkins will come right through the middle of the ice. On the right wing to Draisaitl. Bumps it back to McDavid. Now on the left side to Nugent Hopkins to McDavid. Rims around on the right. Oilers down by a couple here in the third period to the blue line. Bouchard over to Nugent. Hopkins comes down the left wing. Stops in the left wing corner. To the blue line to Bouchard. Now to Nugent Hopkins. He'll bring it out. Pass across. That went off a skate. And Anderson couldn't get it out. The puck goes to the right wing corner. McDavid. Around the top of the circle. Now to Draisaitl. Trying to get a return pass. Here's McDavid to the middle. A backhand off a stick. Goes to the left corner. McDavid has it left wing to the blue line to Bouchard. Over to McDavid. Into the corner. Nugent Hopkins to Bouchard. He'll walk in. The shot off the arm of Mrazek.
Great save. Best save of the game for Mrazek. Pushed off the post there. Great core strength. Cut the angle down.
Comes right out to the neutral zone. Brought in by McDavid on the right wing. 35 seconds to go in the man advantage. McDavid right side. We'll go in behind the net. On the left to Nugent Hopkins. He's about top of the circle to McDavid. To the right wing point. Bouchard fakes the shot. His pass to Draisaitl off a stick. Hits the end glass. Right wing, it's Nugent Hopkins. To the blue line. To Bouchard. Now to Nugent Hopkins. Down the right wing boards to Draisaitl. Bring it up top of the circle. Nugent Hopkins centering pass. That one glances off a skate. Comes back to the point. Bouchard has it in the middle. Left wing corner to Draisaitl. Penalty just about done. To Bouchard. His shot. That was blocked by Foligno. Now 5-on-5. Puck cleared out, and it'll go on net. Pickard's got to cover it. Donato is out of the box. Oilers 0 for 2 with a man advantage. 5 minutes, 3 seconds gone here in the third. 3-1 Chicago leads.
How many times did they pass off one-timer opportunity? Right? I mean, just a great save. The best look came to Bouchard. Mrazek's had a great start as well. I mean, he's up to 25 saves in this game. Goaltending's been the difference.
Oilers have outchanced them, outshot by every metric except
the one that matters.
Scoreboard. Yeah, the one that matters. Exactly.
Draisaitl's still on the ice here.
It's a long shift. Face off to the right of Pickard. Left wing, Kurashev down the left wing boards. Puck does come loose. It goes right to McDavid. He'll come flying out. Now in over the line on the right wing. Stops up, goes into the corner. Got it behind the net. Hyman goes back there. It's poked away. Bedard up the right wing boards. Penalty coming up.
I think it's going to be roughing on McDavid.
I think you're right. And the Blackhawks are about to go on their second power play of the game. And it is McDavid for roughing. Oiler penalty kill brought to you by Napa Auto Parts, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers. Chicago 1 for 1 with a man advantage. Face off to the right of Pickard.
You better kill this one off or you got no chance.
Exactly. Have to kill this off. Derek Ryan taking the draw against Foligno, and the puck back to the left wing point. Crowd reacting to the replay of the penalty. Puck in the left corner. Bedard out to Jones. Now on the right side. Played in front. Scores. That one went off a stick up in the air and past Pickard. It's a power play goal just 10 seconds into the man advantage as Teravainen let it go from the right side, and it's 4-1 Chicago. That went off. That go off a Nurse? I think it did.
Yeah.
Teravainen was trying to center it. I think it hit Nurse. Might have hit somebody else as well. Either way, it's 4-1 for Chicago. It should be Teravainen's goal, I believe.
It'll be his second of the year, but
it hit Nurse's stick. Yeah, it went up and over and in. Throws a bank shot.
4-19. Say what you want. Horribly unlucky, but
yeah. That was horribly unlucky. On the left wing, Skinner will dump it in. Mrazek out of his net. Puck goes to Skinner. Shoots it towards the goal. Instead it goes to Henrique. Out to Skinner. His shot misses on the short side. Skinner now on the right. It goes to Dermott on the point. It does come out. Donato into the Edmonton zone through the middle, but there was Nurse. He's able to clear it out. Arvidsson will go flying after it. Takes it into the Chicago end. Goes in behind the net. Victor Arvidsson stops in the right wing corner. Back behind the goal. Gets away from Jones on the left side. The shot and the save made by Mrazek. Held on as Henrique let it go off the left wing. We're going to take a break. 4-1. Chicago leading the Oilers. 6 minutes, 22 seconds gone here in the third period. From Rogers Place, we'll be right back. This is Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Today you can score at A&W. Enjoy a juicy grass-fed beef mama burger and fries for only $5. Available in-store or on the A&W mobile app at participating locations in OilCountry. This fantastic deal is available all day today at A&W.
Chemco is building industry across Canada, and now they're on the lookout for civil and electrical project managers, estimators, and superintendents to join their dedicated team. Why Chemco? Because Chemco cares. They put people first, offering top-tier compensation packages and an unwavering commitment to safety. At Chemco, safety isn't just a priority. It's everybody's business. Ready to be part of a team that truly values you? Visit chemco.com/careers today.
Athletes know that to advance your career, you've got to be part of a winning team. So, what about you? Are you working for a winning team? Well, here's your chance to do just that. Brandt is a strong and stable industry leader with career opportunities across Canada. We have hundreds of positions available right now, from parts, sales, positioning technology, heavy-duty mechanics, and more. Be a part of a winning team. Earn your stripes by joining Brandt today. Find out more at BrandtJobs.com.
Today you can score at A&W. Enjoy a juicy grass-fed beef mama burger and fries for only $5. Available in-store or on the A&W mobile app at participating locations in OilCountry. This fantastic deal is available all day today at A&W.
All games, all seasons. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Cam Moon and Bob Stauffer here at Rogers Place. 4-1, Chicago leads Edmonton. 6:22 gone in the third. The last goal, Teravainen, second of the year from Jones and Bedard on the power play at 5:35. Face off to the right of Mrazek. Right wing point, Emberson is shot, and it's steered aside by Mrazek. On the right wing point, Emberson. Rims low. Corey Perry, the Oiler goal scorer here this evening. On the end boards. Gets it back to the left wing point. Kulak to Emberson. Emberson will shoot it. That one doesn't get through. Comes back. Emberson, his shot. That goes high and wide. I don't think Mrazek ever saw it. Puck on the left wing point. Kulak kept it in. Into the middle of Ryan. Gets it left wing corner. Kulak from the angle. Save made by Mrazek. Emberson has to come in from the right wing point. To Derek Ryan, now in the right corner. Podkolzin in. He's going to walk out, and his shot blocked. It goes off of Martinez. Puck back to the blue line. Shot by Emberson doesn't get through. Ryan has it. Now to Podkolzin, and he was checked by Bertuzzi. Puck cleared out, and it will be just wide of the Oiler net, and it's an icing call against Chicago.
Calgary leading the Flyers 3-2 after 2. This despite the fact.
What are the shots now?
31 for Philadelphia, 16 for Calgary. So Dustin Wolf giving them a good start. Colorado lost tonight 6-4. Alexander Georgiev got pulled for the second consecutive game. So Colorado, like Edmonton, having some challenges out of the gate.
Off the draw in the Chicago zone. Seth Jones out from behind his net, up the left side to Taylor Hall. Center ice. He'll dump it out of play, though. So we'll get a neutral zone face-off. Shots now 29-19 for Edmonton. They're down 4-1. We're 7.5 into the third period.
Well, this is not going to quell the nervousness.
Yes.
Oilers Nation, here we go again.
Yeah. Puck rimmed into the Oilers zone. Bouchard get it up to the blue line. Teravainen kept it in. Goes right to Matthias Ekholm. Slide that up to center ice. Following the play was Bouchard is passing off the stick of Connor Brown. Bouchard with it again. Through the middle, but off a Chicago stick. Goes deep into the Blackhawk end. Murphy on the end boards being pressured by Matthias Janmark. Comes loose to Brown. To the right point. Bouchard is shot wide. Comes off the end boards from the angle. And letting that go was Henrique. Misses on the short side. Puck cleared out. Ekholm at center. Now to Janmark, to Bouchard. Has to go back into his own end. Cross to Ekholm. Up the right wing. Draisaitl is able to dump that puck in. Skinner gets to it first for Edmonton. Jeff Skinner off the left wing boards. Cross ice pass to Dermott. In from the right point. His centering pass. Scores! Redirected in front of the net by Arvidsson. And the Oilers have cut that Chicago lead to 4-2.
This one's going to get challenged by Luke Richardson. Victor Arvidsson was right in front of the net. Peter Mrazek says he was pushed into a goal by Arvidsson, and I believe the Blackhawks are going to challenge here right away. That's just coming back. It's not going to count.
Yeah.
There's no way. Because he's in there on his own accord.
And he pushes himself and Brody right into Mrazek.
Chicago's challenging the play for goaltender.
No kidding. It's not going to count. It's not going to be a goal. I mean, basically, Arvidsson burrowed right in there.
Yeah.
And Mrazek, it's no way. It's not a goal. I mean, if he's a foot further out, fine. But he's in the crease. He pushes Brody right into Mrazek. This decision should not take more than a minute. It's going to remain a 4-1 game here.
Although Arvidsson never makes contact with the netminder. What do you think?
No, it's not counting.
Hey, I'm looking for something here.
I'm assessing this honestly, and I don't think it's going to count. Yeah, quick decision. Here we go.
Here's the call.
It'll be coming back. No goal.
After coach's challenge, goaltender interference, it was determined that there was goaltender interference, therefore we have no goal.
So it's still 4-1.
Sorry, it's the right call. No. If that's an opposite scenario against the Oilers in front of the net. Calvin Pickard getting knocked into his crease or into the back of the goal. Ass over tea kettle. You'd want that one pulled back too.
Face off outside the Chicago blue line. Puck brought in on the right wing as Anderson, right wing corner to Mikheyev. Now to Anderson. It's caught up in his skates. Comes loose to Dickinson from the angle. The shot. That one doesn't get through. And Dermott finds a loose puck. Rims on the left to Skinner. Now to Nurse. Right wing Arvidsson comes into the Chicago zone. To Draisaitl. Tried to go a pass through the middle. It was blocked, but he gets it right back. Back to the point. Goes to Arvidsson now on the right wing. Will shoot it. And that's just off of Vlasic. Goes wide. Vlasic comes out from behind the net. Penalty coming up to Chicago as Jeff Skinner got tackled in front of the net by Seth Jones. And Edmonton will get their third power play. They're down 4-1 here in the third period, but an opportunity with a man advantage.
Well, it's the most spark we've seen out of Skinner here as this game's going on. And he made sure he sold it.
Face off to the right of Mrazek. Power play brought to you by Atco Energy, your trusted energy retailer. Learn more at atcoenergy.com.
You have to win draws when you look out.
Oilers lost the draw, but Martinez shot it over the glass. He's saying it went off a Oilers stick.
I think it went off Hyman's stick here.
I think it did too, but they are going to confer about it. Of course, the crowd is in great assistance, of course, saying that it went straight out.
That went off of Hyman's stick, didn't it?
I saw a replay that wasn't conclusive, but let's see this.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's conclusive.
Yeah, that
went off his stick.
No, but from the other side, it wasn't conclusive. From that angle, it absolutely was. Yeah, that's the right call. So still 5-on-4.
Leon's got to win the draw here, though.
Face off to the left of Mrazek. Puck goes to the right wing point. McDavid, puck comes to the middle. Nugent Hopkins with a shot just wide of the net.
It's not like they haven't had their chances.
Had plenty of them.
It's incredible.
Puck to the blue line. McDavid right side. Draisaitl shot, and that whistles wide. Puck on the left wing point. And it's McDavid down the left side. Over to Draisaitl. It's broken up. To the right wing point, Bouchard. Across to Nugent Hopkins, left side, to the blue line to Bouchard, brings it to the middle, to Nugent Hopkins, out of the corner, to Draisaitl, to McDavid, to Draisaitl, scores! Leon Draisaitl, power play goal. Oilers cut the Chicago lead to 4-2.
Well, that's where they're at their best. Right? Like just chaos in front of the net because you take it to the goal. Draisaitl's first shot blocked, but David gives it back to Leon. There's nothing Mrazek can do. He's completely out of position. So you're saying there's a chance.
10:01 time of the goal. Edmonton now 1 for 3 on the power play. They're within 2, and there's still half a period to go.
Edmonton's 1 for 3. The problem is Chicago is 2 for 2. The Oilers have only killed off 1 of 5 shorthanded situations.
Up the right wing. Henrique directs it in. Mrazek to play it. It goes off the glass. Comes out to Donato.
It's an interesting decision who they put out there. 4th line on the ice for the Hawks.
Here's Podkolzin. Right up the left wing to Nurse at center ice. He'll shoot it into the Chicago zone. Brody in behind the net. Has to deal with some heavy forecheck by Vasily Podkolzin. Puck cleared out by Athanasiou, and it'll be an icing call. Draisaitl from McDavid at 10:01. Oh, Nugent Hopkins gets his 700th point. Ryan Nugent Hopkins gets the second assist.
Okay, now you got their 4th line on the ice. Yep. Athanasiou in there against Draisaitl. You got to win the draw if you're Leon. Not get waved out of the circle.
Draisaitl wins it. Ekholm to Bouchard, right wing McDavid in front of the net, and Draisaitl couldn't get his stick on it. Ekholm has it left wing point. Down low to Draisaitl. Now Brody stepping in there for Chicago to Vlasic. Comes out from behind his goal. 4-2. Chicago leads. We're here in the 3rd. Donato gets to center, dumps it in. Pickard will set it. Up the right wing, Draisaitl. In over the Chicago line. Drops it to Hyman. His shot. And that one blocked. It hit Martinez. He's slow to get up. The puck cleared out by Hall. It's going to be an icing call.
They're going to let Martinez get off the ice here, aren't they?
I think his shot blocker came off his skate.
He's staying out there.
No, he just took the shot blocker off.
Yep, so that's going to...
Yep. 8:38 to go in the 3rd.
Got to keep it going if you're Edmonton.
Yep. Ace off to the left of Mrazek. Goes to Emberson on the right wing point. Comes down the right side. He'll shoot it. Saved by Mrazek. Big rebound. It's chopped back to the blue line. Emberson went to keep it in. Hit Hall with it. And it comes out.
One thing about Emerson, he's getting pucks through.
Sent right back into the Chicago zone. Janmark along the left wing boards, but Bertuzzi able to clear it. Emberson at his own blue line. Up the right wing. Off of Derek Ryan and in. Flying in is Connor Brown. Sweeps it back to the left point. Shot from the point doesn't get through. Kulak had let it go, and it does come out. Hall comes into the Oilers zone. Hall will shoot it. Blocked by Emberson. Kulak in his own end on the right wing. Gave it to Connor Brown. Back to Ty Emberson. 4-2 Chicago. 7:45 to go here in the third period. Now to Draisaitl. At center ice. Gives the puck to Jeff Skinner. Goes to the left wing corner. Now to Draisaitl. Cycles it to Skinner. Skinner pulls towards the net, and his shot high and wide, but he got a lot on it. Nurse keeps it in, right wing point to Arvidsson. His centering pass. Oh, that just missed Skinner. Goes to the right point. Nurse to Draisaitl. Back to Nurse. He'll shoot from the right point, blocked in front of the net. Martinez will get it up in the air and out. Draisaitl at his own blue. Pass through the middle, broken up by Teravainen. On the left wing, Mikheyev goes deep into the Oilers zone. To Dickinson. Dickinson on the end boards. A couple of moves to Mikheyev. Couldn't get that in front of the net. Perry will get it out. Perry down the right wing into the Chicago end on the right side. Trying to drop that to Jeff Skinner. Strong work along the boards by Skinner to the blue line. Emberson shot. Misses on the short side. Anderson can't clear it out. Henrique had kept it in. Dickinson with a chance. Off the boards all the way down. Icing against Chicago. 6:27 to go in the third. 4-2. Blackhawks lead, but the Oilers starting to press.
Yeah, Edmonton bringing the heat here. Still need another one in the next couple minutes. But Emerson, Cam, he's getting pucks on the net. He's making quick, decisive plays offensively, looking a little bit more settled after going -4 in his first 5 periods as an Oiler.
Face off to the right of Mrazek. Along the left wing, it's Hyman. He'll turn, he'll shoot it. That one off a body. It goes wide of the net. But cleared out by Dickinson. It'll be another icing call against Chicago.
They've blocked 29 shots in this game.
And the Oilers got 32 on the net.
Just to put things in perspective, and it's just stats, and they say stats are for losers. Do you want to know what the updated high danger scoring chances are?
I'd love to know.
In this game, 5-on-5.
Yeah.
10-1 for Edmonton. Updated scoring chances.
That doesn't
high
seem
danger
right.
At 5-on-5.
Face off to the right of Mrazek. Puck gets to the middle of the ice. Shot by Bouchard off a stick and out. We'll take a break. We got 6:08 to go in the third period. 4-2. Blackhawks lead the Oilers, but the Oilers are pressing. From Rogers Place in downtown Edmonton, it's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Experience a game day meal that's second to none. Fanfare with Skip is your all-star lineup of local restaurants this hockey season. Watch Jack Michaels give you the play-by-play on each restaurant's connection to the community and our team. Visit EdmontonOilers.com/skip to watch this month's episode with Marlowe Tacos. Then open your Skip app and tap in an order with exclusive fan access to a deal each game day during the month.
Did somebody say Skip?
Proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers.
It's a new era for Ford in Edmonton. Welcome to Big West Ford. Located westbound on Stony Plain Road just east of the Henday, Big West Ford is Edmonton's newest and most exciting Ford dealership. Whether you're after the legendary F-150, the Powerhouse 350 Super Duty, or the adventurous Bronco, they've got you covered with exceptional selection and service right here in your city. Big West Ford, driven by you. Visit Big West Ford at 18208 Stony Plain Road or online at bigwestford.com.
Did you know that there are 9 Napa Auto Parts stores serving the greater Edmonton area and have been doing so for more than 50 years? Since Napa first opened in Edmonton, the community has grown and vehicles have changed, but you can always trust Napa Auto Parts to provide you with the expert know-how and the best vehicle parts. And if that isn't enough, every time you visit a Napa Auto Parts store when you present your AMA card, you receive an additional 10% discount on all retail parts and accessories. Visit your local Napa Auto Parts store for more offers and expert know-how. Napa Auto Parts is a proud fan of the Edmonton Oilers.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Cam Moon and Bob Stauffer. We're here at the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Legacy Heating and Cooling, home and home payments, no interest for 1 year. 4-2 Chicago lead. 6:08 to go here in the third period.
They're going to need at least 10 more shots to get a chance to even this game up.
Oilers win the draw. Bouchard fakes the shot, waits, now lets it go off a stick, up in the air. Anderson will get it to the line.
See what I mean, Cam? Like Bouch isn't getting that shot through.
Goes to McDavid, he'll bring it in. Left side to Nugent Hopkins, up to the top of the circle to McDavid. McDavid, pass for Matthias Ekholm, it's in behind him, it goes to the right corner. Sent up and out by Kurashev. Ekholm will drill it right back into the Blackhawks' end. Hyman on the forecheck on the right wing. Nugent Hopkins in there too. They get it free to McDavid. Has it on the left wing to the blue line. Matthias Ekholm across the line to Bouchard. In behind the net, Hyman. Left wing corner to McDavid. He'll make a couple of moves. His pass in front of the net. It goes off a stick. Bouchard is pinched in. Puck to the right corner. Kurashev can't clear it out. Kept in by Nugent Hopkins. It's across the blue line. Got it down the right wing. There's nobody there for the Oilers. And it's Vlasic to get it out to Bertuzzi. They'll roll it on net. Pickard sweeps it over to Ekholm. He's got Hall on him. And Ekholm wins the battle. Up the left wing. Out to center ice to Draisaitl. Into the Chicago end on the left wing. Stops on that left side. Couldn't get a pass through to Arvidsson. Comes back to Draisaitl. Now to Arvidsson off the right in front of the net. It comes through the slot all the way near the blue line, and Foligno will get it out. 4:35 to go in the third. 4-2 Chicago leads. Arvidsson at center ice to Skinner. Into the Chicago zone on the right wing. Takes a bump from Kaiser. Puck cleared out. Emberson over to Kulak. Now it's sent in on the right wing. Draisaitl gets to it, and he goes in behind the net over to the left. Out to the top of the circle of the blue line. Kulak with a shot, and that's off the arm of Mrazek. Along the right wing boards in the Chicago zone. Arvidsson behind the goal for Draisaitl. Out to the right wing corner to Skinner. Threw it in front, went through the crease over to the left wing. Back to the left wing point. Kulak to Arvidsson, left corner. Being contained by Murphy. Loose puck to Bedard. He'll get it up the right wing to Foligno. He was able to just get it out. Kulak goes in behind the Oiler net. 3:40 to go in the third. 4-2 Blackhawks lead. Kulak through the middle. Puck goes off a stick. Rolls right down to Mrazek. He's going to cover that up. And there'll be a face-off in the Chicago zone. We're going to take a break. 3:33 to go in the third. 4-2. Blackhawks lead the Oilers from Rogers Place. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
The Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation 50-50, presented by Rogers, is back and bigger than ever. The largest 50-50 in sports offers early bird draws, bonus raffles, and a main jackpot, which is growing by the second. With over $100 million invested across OilCountry, your support directly helps kids, families, and communities in need. Maybe you'll be our next winner. Get your tickets right now at EdmontonOilers.com and help make OilCountry a better place.
AGLC license number 696879.
Here at Rogers Place, 4-2 Chicago leads. Empty net at the Oiler end, but it's flipped down the ice, and that is an icing call with 3:18 to go here in the third. Faceoff will be to the right of Mrazek, so Pickard on the bench for the extra attacker. Oilers down by 2. Draisaitl taking the draw against Athanasiou. Puck goes behind the goal. Rim by Martinez. It's going to go down the ice. It'll be icing again. Shots are 31-19 for Edmonton. But they're down by a couple. Face off to Mrazek's right. Back to the left wing point it goes. To Ekholm, left wing for Nugent Hopkins. They'll take it into the corner. Now they'll go in behind the Edmonton net. On the right wing to McDavid. To the point, and Bouchard kept it in on the right side. It almost got out. Now Hyman to Draisaitl, right corner, looks in front of the goal. He'll wait, he'll pass it, it's blocked. Maroon went to get it out, he hit Donato with it, and Athanasiou will get it out. Now McDavid brings the puck into the Chicago end. Forced over to the left side. It comes loose. Anderson will flip it out. Bouchard to Nugent-Hopkins. 2:25 to go in the third. Oiler net empty. Edmonton down by 2. Puck dumped into the Chicago zone. Murphy off the left side, off the glass. Past Bouchard, it gets out. Matthias Ekholm up the left wing to Nugent-Hopkins. He's into the Chicago zone. Back to the blue line for Ekholm. Left wing corner to Nugent-Hopkins. Around to the right for Draisaitl. To the right wing point to Bouchard. Now over to Matthias Ekholm. Back to Bouchard. He'll take a snapshot. That pinballs. Loose puck. Oh, off the outside of the post by Nugent-Hopkins. And the puck cleared out and down the ice. It'll be icing. Minute 47 to go in the third. 4-2 Chicago leads.
The gang that couldn't shoot straight here through the first couple of games. Triple deflection, it stays out, and Mrazek.
You get an arm on it?
Blocker.
He did.
That's a heck of a save. He's had a good game.
He's had a very good game. Puck rimmed on the left down the ice. It'll be icing against Chicago. Down to a minute 41. Oilers now with Perry, Henrique, Podkolzin, Brown.
Well, they're just trying to give their top guy 30 seconds, 40 seconds here. But they're going to find a way to get the puck to the net.
Puck goes to Dermott, left point. Dermott across to Nurse. On the right side, Henrique to Nurse. Into the middle. We'll shoot it. That one goes to Mrazek. It's underneath him. He covers it up.
He's had a night where pucks have hit him.
Yeah.
And think of some of the chances the Oilers had. Hyman early in the game, no score. Edmonton obviously yet to play with the lead this season through the first couple of games. The Oilers right now they're going to call a timeout here.
Yeah, makes sense. Minute 25 to go in the third. And you get all their top guys back out there. But you're right. There was chance after chance to score goals. And whether that's great net minding by Peter Mrazek, whether it is unlucky, or whether it's not bearing down around the net, whatever it is. There was a lot of, feels like, goals that were left on the table.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's had a strong performance.
Yes.
But the Oilers haven't been sharp offensively either. Now you get one here in the next 35 seconds. We're having a little bit different conversations.
True. Okay, Draisaitl will take this draw against Jason Dickinson to the right of Mrazek. Win it back to the point to Nugent-Hopkins. Left wing to McDavid. His shot towards the net gets blocked, but he gets it back. Gives it to Nugent-Hopkins to Bouchard. Couldn't get a pass through to McDavid. Puck comes out. Mikheyev's got an empty net. Mishandles it. He gets it back. Mikheyev will go to shoot it. And had his stick lifted by Draisaitl. They'll call that hooking.
Well, that'll be all she wrote tonight.
Yeah. That.
I'll let Mikheyev have that moment after the one that he didn't finish off in the breakaway. Game 7 for Vancouver against Edmonton.
So it'll be the third power play for Chicago. They're 2 for 2 with a man advantage.
Well, the Oilers have only killed off one of 5 shorthanded situations.
1 of 5. Penalty kill brought to you by Napa Auto Parts, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers.
Most nights you win this game.
You're right.
You don't win the game against Winnipeg, but most nights you win this game.
Yep, exactly. Pickard back into the net in the face-off in the Oilers zone.
The other guardian was terrific.
Yep. Vlasic on the left wing point. Now to Bedard. Last minute here in the third to Bedard. Goes across.
They're just going to pass it around. They won't even shoot.
Jones. Teravainen to Jones on the right point. Now over to Vlasic. Across. The one-timer scores.
Or they will.
Or if they will. Teravainen off the right wing. His one-timer makes it 5-2 for Chicago. And Chicago's 3 for 3 on the power play. $19-13 will be the time of that goal. And Teravainen's got his second of the night and third of the season.
Well, right now, if you question the amount of turnover that was on the Edmonton Oilers roster, losing some guys that could kill up front, like a McLeod and Fogle, some guys that could kill on defense, like Desharnais and Ceci. Well, it's early yet. Yeah. But they're Strug City on the PK.
Flipped into the Chicago end. 24 seconds to go here in the third. Hot Colson on the right wing. Get it out to Brown. Now to the point. Nurse will shoot it. Mrazek the save. Hold on to that. 17 seconds left to go in the third.
I think you do Arvidsson for Fogle all day, right? Just given, Arvidsson's a 5-time 20-goal scorer. He's had good connectivity with Draisaitl so far, but they're missing the speed a bit, no question, of a couple other guys here.
Emerson from the angle, save made by Mrazek. Kulak will give it to Brown, left point. And on the right side, a backhand towards the net. It goes over to Kulak, save made by Mrazek, and the game will come to a close. And the Chicago Blackhawks will get their first win of the year. They're starting off with 4 straight on the road. This is their third game. They're 1-1-1 now. 5-2 win over the Edmonton Oilers. The Oilers dropped to 0-2. And the penalty kill.
It's getting absolutely murdered.
After 2 games has had a tough go.
Yep.
Only killed 1 of 3 against Winnipeg and killed 0 of 3 here against Chicago. So that, along with the inability to score in this one, leads to a 5-2 loss. Although, like you had said earlier, on a different night,
you might have a better result.
Exactly, yeah.
Bottom line is, your goalie can't give up 5 goals on 20 shots, okay? That's not going to cut it.
And you got to score.
And it's a 750 save percentage. I mean, the Oilers are sitting here, Cam. And they've given up 38 shots on goal in 2 games, and they've given up 11 goals against.
And you've had 66 shots on net, and you've scored twice. Put it all together, and it's not a recipe for success. I'm with you.
Going to need to be a hell of a lot better tomorrow against Calgary. And another thing that concerns me is the Oilers don't really have a dynamic to answer teams that provide a physical presence. And Calgary likes to have they've got a little bit of that in their lineup at times. Better be better tomorrow night.
Absolutely.
How's that for
there it is.
Deep thoughts of Bob Stauffer?
You have really come together with the deep thoughts. It was Teravainen had a couple for Chicago. Bedard, Jones, and Kurashev also scored. It was Perry and Draisaitl for the Oilers. Bedard had 3 points here, a goal and 2 assists. Teravainen 2 and 2 for 4. And Seth Jones had a goal and 2 assists for 3 points for Chicago. Mrazek, the story, though, at 35 saves on 37 shots, and now they have it to 37. So 5-2 the final. Chicago improves to 1-1-1. Oilers drop to 0-2. As Chicago wins this one here, 5-2 over the Edmonton Oilers. Our Rogers postgame show is coming up next.
Turn off hesitation. Turn off doubt. Turn off fears. The YMCA helps you turn off.
Exclusive live interviews, expert analysis, and game highlights. This is the Rogers Postgame Show. Once again, here's Bob Stauffer on the Oilers Radio Network.
Nugent Hopkins out of the corner to Draisaitl, to McDavid, to Draisaitl, scores! Leon Draisaitl, power play goal. Oilers cut the Chicago lead to 4-2.
It's as close as it got for the Edmonton Oilers. It was a power play marker. Edmonton's got a great power play. It's 1 for 4 in the season. That's 25%. 1 for 3 tonight. The problem is they can't kill a penalty. They've given up 5 goals against while shorthanded in 6 attempts for opposition teams. And it's a huge part of the reason why Edmonton loses 6-0 and 5-2 to open the year. Not acceptable. That is the highlight zone for Century Casino, all in, all games, all seasons. Century Casino's 3 great locations, Edmonton, St. Albert, next to the Edmonton International Airport. Welcome to the Winter Zone. This is the Rogers Postgame Show on the Oilers Radio Network.
Be a savvy Edmonton hotel shopper. Book through Edmonton'sBestHotels.com and receive up to $225 in cash rewards. There are over 55 member hotels to choose from, offering their best value rates. Edmonton'sBestHotels.com. Rewards with every booking.
As a farmer, you can't afford to take any more risks than you already do. That's why you choose Invigor Hybrid Canola from BASF. It's not just the patented pod shatter reduction and club root resistant hybrids. It's the performance you trust to deliver year after year. This season, we're adding 3 new early maturing hybrids that are designed for your fields. So get ready to test the limits of your bins. See your retailer today and find out why Invigor has the top 3 hybrids in Alberta.
Have you ever thought about what's on the bottom of your sneaker that was jammed up between the grooves, just biding its time and waiting for the perfect moment to dig into your beautiful floor? No? Never thought about that? And you should never have to when you buy flooring made for life at end-of-the-row flooring centers. Right now, save on flooring that's made for spills, pets, and anything that life throws at you. And it looks amazing. Use our visualizer to see for yourself at endoftheroll.com. Find flooring for life at end-of-the-row flooring centers. Let's get flooring.
Be a savvy Edmonton hotel shopper. Book through Edmonton'sBestHotels.com and receive up to $225 in cash rewards. There are over 55 member hotels to choose from, offering their best value rates. Edmonton'sBestHotels.com. Rewards with every booking.
You're tuned in to the Rogers Postgame Show on the official voice of the Edmonton Oilers, 880 Chad, and on the Oilers Radio Network.
Left side to Bedard. Across. The one-timer. Great save by Pickard coming across off of Teravainen, and he holds on to it. Teravainen with a one-timer off the right wing. Good stop made by Calvin Pickard.
All right, well, that's one of the saves that Calvin Pickard made, but not enough. A reminder, on nights where the Oilers win, we have the Alberta Blue Cross Travel Insurance goal of the game. Health, dental, travel. We've got the coverage you need. Visit ab.bluecross.ca. All right, so Rob, collectively, the team did not play well enough against the Winnipeg Jets. That was a given, and they were all in it together. How would you assess tonight's game? Game in which Edmonton missed some opportunities early, but did end up getting 37 shots on goal. The Blackhawks got 20, and Edmonton couldn't kill a penalty.
Yeah, the Oilers got most of their shots, though, after the Hawks got the lead, just like the game against the Winnipeg Jets. The Oilers... There's going to be a lot of talk that their big guns aren't scoring. The top 2 lines haven't got an even strength goal on the season. Their power play's only got 1. But the Oilers would have needed 13 goals scored in the first 2 games to win those 2 games.
Yeah.
They're giving up too much against. Now, some is on goaltending.
You think?
But it's also on penalty killing. It's also on giving up big plays. How many odd man rushes over the last 2 games have we seen?
So are there just too many changes? Like, I had a couple of pro guys say to me already, this is not last year's team. And they don't have McLeod, they don't have Holloway. A decision was made. They spent some money elsewhere at forward. I think we both like the fit of Arvidsson specifically.
Oh, fantastic. He's been very, very good.
Very good. But the reality is they don't have any speed and pace coming on the 3rd and 4th lines, in my opinion.
Yeah, but honestly, the 4th line's been fine. That's not a problem. I mean, I thought Perry, Podkolzin, and Ryan have been fine. So I do think the speed it does hurt not having that, but it's on the back end where the Oilers are just giving up too many odd man breaks. They're misreading plays. They're turning the puck over, and it's not just the new guys. Evan Bouchard had about 4 or 5 huge giveaways in this game tonight, and he did against Winnipeg to start the game.
Yeah.
they don't look as cohesive defensively.
They're not.
As we've seen in the past. They have not played good in either game. And it goes from top to bottom. And their goaltending hasn't been good. Their power play has been average. Their penalty killing has been atrocious.
It's been brutal.
Yeah, I mean...
Who do you need to have as your best penalty killer?
Well, your goaltender, but even still, like, they give up a cross-ice one-timer. They give up one where Nurse deflects it into his own net.
Their goaltending, Rob, is never ready to go at the start of it.
Neither has the team been.
Well, okay, but
I'm not. The 2 losses on the season, I'm not putting on the goaltenders. They haven't been good, but neither has the team.
Yeah.
This team has not been anywhere near as good as it needs to be.
I agree that the team hasn't been as good, but I would also suggest I think the goalies are capable of helping. Like tonight, Mrazek gave them some huge saves. According to Natural Stat Trick, take it for what it's worth, Rob, you can think it's complete BS. The final high danger scoring chances in the game 5-on-5 were 11-1 for Edmonton. Maybe that's a very
11-1.
That is what they are saying.
I call bull on that.
Okay, that
means the Bedard one was one. That was the only shot 5-on-5 one they had the entire game.
Yep.
I question that.
So 2.47 expected goals for Edmonton 5-on-5. This is according to Natural Stat Trick, 0.85. I mean, we both knew as soon as Bedard got that chance on that 3-on-2,
it was in.
It was in. I mean, he can flat out rip it. Yep. So that's the wrong guy. Yeah, Rob. I'll just read you, and you can dismiss them if you want. Corsi for, Corsi against.
I don't like Corsi at all. I think Corsi's a stupid stat.
Okay, 72% for Edmonton. The Fenwick was at 68% for Edmonton. The shots for 5-on-5 in the game were 31-17 for Edmonton.
Yeah, but again, a lot of these things I said is once the Oilers fell behind. Same as against Winnipeg.
Okay, and that's fair. That's fair because in the first period it was 10-10 shots.
Yeah. So once the Blackhawks they sat back, teams just sit back. They keep everything to the outside and they hope their goaltender makes enough saves.
Well, they better. Rob, I don't want a repeat of last year, and we are headed down the you know what? We're headed down the path of a repeat of last year, and there seems to be some reoccurring themes.
Well, there is. It's big mistakes. It's sloppy plays, turning the pucks over. And I know that there's been a lot of people over the course of last year and throughout this summer. Cody Ceci, they wanted Cody Ceci gone. You got to upgrade on Cody Ceci. Well, they haven't. And
no, they've not.
They have not. And you're looking on the penalty kill. The penalty kill has struggled. McLeod was a penalty killer. Fogle was a penalty killer. Ceci was a penalty killer. Desharnais was a penalty killer. Broberg, when he played, was a penalty killer. So their penalty killing was outstanding last year.
I'm gonna read you a stat here. Okay. The Oilers had the worst goal differential in the league when Jake Woodcroft was let go. Okay, so they had the worst. They were 30th in the league in goals against, 30th in the league in penalty killing, and 32nd in the league in save percentage last year. And I know it's not all on the goalies, but I'm concerned that I'm hoping this comes to an end. We know Stuart Skinner is starting tomorrow. Simply put, they need some stops. You know what I mean? Like, it's got to be a couple stops.
They do, but they need everyone. I mean, their best 2 players have got 2 points combined in 2 games.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't have a 5-on-5 goal from their top 6 players. So, again, the goalies haven't been good, but their top 6 haven't got a 5-on-5 goal in 2 games. So, it is not on there. To me, this is a team thing. The only players that I think that have played up, their 4th line has been good. Other than that, I don't think anyone else has been close to the way they're capable of playing. This is a much better hockey club than we've seen in the first 2 games.
Not the same hockey club, that's for sure. Rob, great stuff.
Sounds good.
Smart Play of the Night is brought to you by Catelli Smart Pasta with all natural ingredients. It's a smart move for your next meal. Look for the box the next time you shop. This is the Rogers Postgame Show on the Oilers Radio Network.
Sportsnet Plus is your ultimate destination for Oilers games. Stream more matchups than anywhere else. Spectacular! Catch Oilers action all season. Plans starting at $19.99 a month. Subscribe now at sportsnetplus.ca.
Turn off hesitation. Turn off doubt. Turn off fears. The YMCA helps you turn off whatever's holding you back so you can let your potential shine. Through our wide range of programs and services, you can turn on confidence, turn on connections, turn on possibilities. Visit our website to see what you can achieve at the YMCA.
This will be the day. Tickets brought to you by Legacy Heating and Cooling. What nugget of heating and cooling advice does Nuge have today?
You can save a lot of money by bundling your new furnace and AC with Legacy. It's kind of like saving money on an endorsement by bundling me, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, with someone like, Zachary Martin Hyman.
Thanks for suggesting me, Nuge. Get no payments and no interest for 1 year on your new AC and furnace from Legacy Heating and Cooling. Proud sponsor of Nuge's Nuggets.
RS Breakers and Controls, Canada's leader in new, used, tested, and obsolete circuit breakers, MCC buckets, bus plugs, and switches. They have everything you need to maintain your aging electrical infrastructure, ensuring it operates as good as new. Their 24/7 emergency response gets you back up and running quickly, saving valuable time and money. Minimal generators or modifications needed, and like-for-like replacements mean no special inspections. Don't replace, repair your legacy equipment with RS. Visit rsbreakers.com.
Sportsnet Plus is your ultimate destination for Oilers games. Stream more matchups than anywhere else. Spectacular! Catch Oilers action all season. Plans starting at $19.99 a month. Subscribe now at sportsnetplus.ca. This is the Rogers postgame show on the Oilers Radio Network.
To the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Pizza 73, the official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. The Calgary Flames are here tomorrow. Tonight they're playing Philadelphia. Philly is here Tuesday. It is 5-2 for the Flames. Jonathan Huberdeau has 4 points for Calgary in that game. Meanwhile, elsewhere in the rest of the National Hockey League, oh boy, this is coming at the most inopportune time. The Colorado Avalanche, like the Edmonton Oilers, are looking for some stops for the second consecutive game. Alexander Georgiev was pulled. And as a result, the Avalanche were defeated 6-4 by the Columbus Blue Jackets. Ducks shutout San Jose 2-0, 3-0 shutout Dallas over the Islanders. Seattle in a shootout 5-4 over Mini. New Jersey Devils a 5-3 win in Washington. Buffalo now 1-3 in the season. They beat Florida by a score of 5-2. Maple Leafs double up Pittsburgh 4-2. 3-0 for Detroit. They shut out the Nashville Predators. Cam Talbot gets a shutout in that game. That's a shutout for 7 different NHL teams. He ties Sean Burke for the most teams with a shutout for an NHL goaltender. Canadians 4-1 victory over Ottawa. Utah, Clayton Keller with the beauty in overtime. They beat the Rangers 6-5. Boston 2-1 in overtime over LA. Oilers lose 5-2 to Chicago earlier today. The Oil Kings beat the Red Deer Rebels 5-1 last night. Bakersfield knocked off Coachella Valley by a score of 2-1. This is the Rogers postgame show on the Oilers Radio Network.
Hey, Paul Brandt here. As a musician, I'm drawn to the sounds of this great province. Whether it's the wind blowing down the Rockies, the rustling of grass across the prairie, or the sweet sound of a Ford Super Duty, it's all music to my ears. Speaking of Super Duty, with heavy-duty performance that's built for getting the job done right, it's no wonder this truck has Albertans singing its praises. The 2024 Ford Super Duty is available now at your Alberta Ford dealer. Just head on in today and tell them PB sent you.
The Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation 50-50, presented by Rogers, is back and bigger than ever. The largest 50-50 in sports offers early bird draws, bonus raffles, and a main jackpot, which is growing by the second. With over $100 million invested across OilCountry, your support directly helps kids, families, and communities in need. Maybe you'll be our next winner. Get your tickets right now at EdmontonOilers.com and help make OilCountry a better place.
AGLC license number 696879.
Let's go to the Molson Cup 3 Stars, presented by Molson, the official beer of the Edmonton Oilers. Whether it's Canadian Ultra Export or Excel, there's a Molson with your name on it. You must be of legal drinking age. Well, third star tonight, the ageless wonder Corey Perry got Edmonton's one of the Oilers' 2 goals in this game. Teuvo Teravainen, 2 goals, 4 points. He's tonight's second star. Connor Bedard, a goal and 2 assists. He's tonight's first star. Rogers postgame shows heard following each of our NHL broadcasts. Edmonton returns to action tomorrow night against the Calgary Flames. For my play-by-play partners this season, Cam Moon, along with Jack Michaels, Rob Brown, Bryn Griffiths, Brendan Escott, studio producers, Angie Quinnell at the helm tonight, Kellen Kennedy, AC engineer Troy Bowler, Bob Stauffer saying so long, everybody.